Hey guys, how's it going? It's again. Boy, it sure is again, isn't it? Welcome to what I can only hope is the final episode of the post-Moogle saga. My guess is the song is because you will be free of the quest line. Got it in one, buddy. That's the answer. The reason why I was playing free from Sonic Free Riders is because I won't have to do this quest line after today, hopefully. Not really too much to report, because, you know, it's only been like 24 hours or so since I did this the last time. Streaming 2 days in a row is weird. I've done it before, I think, maybe, but, I don't know, I'll never get used to it. I also forgot to upload yesterday's video to YouTube, but I'll do that after this. Additionally, despite the fact that I named yesterday's episode, episode 50, I've decided that it's not episode 50, and neither is this one. Yesterday's episode is 49.25, this one is 49.5, because I refuse to give Post-Moogle the satisfaction of giving it the 50th episode honor. And even if I had named it episode 50, it also really wouldn't be, because we've had so many episodes in between other ones that it just wouldn't matter. But yeah, and hopefully I cannot comment on the veracity of this, but in theory, haha! It looks like my transition is working now. I don't know if it's going to continue working, because it was working fine at the beginning of last stream, and then it just kind of slowly, like, degraded for whatever reason, but we'll figure that out later, I guess. Anyway, thanks for your support, and hostages to fortune. Okay, we're gonna just get the underwear, we're gonna get the Subligar one out of the way first. Thanks for your support. The Deputy Post-Moogle wants you to slip into something more comfortable. I am most comfortable when I am protected from most forms of physical harm, or when I'm wearing my cool scholar gear. Well met once again, Ruja. Since you've been such an obedient assistant, we've got a reward for you, Kupo. No drunkards and ruffians to contend with this time, just rest and relaxation. Tell me, Ruja, what comes to mind when you think of Lim Silamensa, after pirates, wharf rats, watered-down grog, ninjas, racism, pirates, weird sexual harassment, and that's it? Fish, Kupo, and there's nobody fishier, and I mean that in the nicest sense of the word, than Wawalago, the master of the Fisherman's Guild. Wawalago's been putting his wits against the slipperiest fish in the 5 seas for longer than anyone can remember. Why, he's not unlike a fish himself, drifting along in the stream of life without a care in the world. So I thought it'd be nice if you went down and got to know him. Lay down your weapons, put aside your worries, and take it easy for once. Oh, and while you're at it, you can take along this letter. I mean, you're going there either way, right? It's like catching 2 fish with 1 lure. I also know Wawalago, like I've again, level 50 fisher, I know him. I know the guy. Kind of a punk, actually. Alright, where is he? What's this letter looking like? Well, if it isn't my firm friend Ruja, the lofty lady who landed that monstrous marlin. Reference to the fact that we did the level 50 fisher quest. Come to cast away your cares with a little leisurely angling? What's that? A message marked for me, you say? Letter to Wawalago, a missive addressed to Guildmaster Wawalago from Uldan merchant Roro Jaru. A missive from my old mate Roro Jaru. He's a trinket trader from Ulda who supplies a certain something that supports and strengthens seafood stocks. Since we set some of his special supporters on the seabed, Fisherman's Bottom has been swimming with shrimp and groaning with gobies. I'd heard neither hide nor hair from him since the calamity hit. It's heartening indeed to know that he's hale and healthy. And it seems the old dog's still desperate to do deals. Says he wants to trade one of his treasures for an infrequently found fish. Business must be bad if he's bartering his best brass for a bass. Any road, perhaps you could do me a favor while I ready my rod. Rorojaru's boat should be berthed down by the docks. Could you head over and hand him this note? I've marked out a map of where this fishy fancies can be found. Tell him to meet me there, and we'll do the deal. Rojaru's always been an old landlubber, solely lacking in sea legs. After a prolonged passage like that, he'll need a helping hand to haul his luggage down to the spot I've selected. But if he wants his fresh fish, it's the price he'll have to pay. Man, despite the contents of it, Wawalago's dialogue is always a treat to read. I wish there were more Lalafels that did consistent alliteration like he does. Hello, sir. Good gods, must the sea be so damn wavy? My stomach's churning, my legs are like jelly, and don't get me started on my poor old back. Thal knows how I'm going to haul this blasted crate all the way to the Fisherman's Guild. Oh, you've got a letter for me? Yes I do, sir. Note to Rorojaru. Upon this folded slip of parchment folded slip of parchment is written the location of Wawalago's planned fish exchange. Well, I'll be. Wawalago's agreed to my offer. I knew he wouldn't let me down. I could feel it in my bones. Looks like my luck finally turned. By this time next year, I'll be a gillionaire. Oh, but look at me getting all carried away, and I haven't even introduced myself. Rorojaru, purveyor of the finest silks, the most exotic perfumes, and the rarest curiosities in all Ul'dah. At least I was, until the calamity took all that away from me. My whole warehouse went up in smoke, and my fortune with it. I tried everything to get my foot back on the ladder, but I was cheated at every turn, lumbered with dodgy gil, ended up getting deeper and deeper into debt. Now all I've got left are the clothes on my aching back and this rotten box. I was just about to declare myself bankrupt, but then I got wind of a tasty tidbit of gossip that set my business brain in motion. There's this fellow in Ul'dah, you see, a real grandee. I knew him back when I was someone who knew people. Turns out he's got a thing for exotic fish, and he'll pay through the snout for anything suitably rare. That's when I thought of Wawalago. He's the greatest fisherman in Limsa, and an old friend to boot. Perhaps, plus he's the only one who appreciates the true value of the thing I've got in my box. I haven't the gil or the skill to bag the kind of fish I need without him. Nor do I have the legs or the back to lug all this chest all the way to Candlekeep Quay. But say, you're some sort of delivery woman, right? Did you help a feller out? I can't pay you anything now, but I'll remember you when I'm rolling in it. And suddenly the crate starts glowing. That's not a good sign. This shit irradiated or something? I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, let's get down there. So, speaking of things that are irradiated, I've been on a weird kind of Bethesda game kick recently, in that I have been playing Fallout 4 for technically the first time, I mean, I haven't gotten too far into it, but I have some feelings and thoughts on it because I have played a little bit of New Vegas. I haven't finished New Vegas, but obviously all of my friends have nothing but good things to say about New Vegas. Fantastic story, helped them turn trans. Very funny, very well written. You know, like filthy with mods and stuff that you can do, but Fallout 4 has always been kind of, at least to me, I've always seen it as kind of just like a, oh, you know, it's not as good as New Vegas, but then I remember that New Vegas kind of plays like shit, because it's an old game, which is something that you can fix with mods, certainly, but like, just as a vanilla experience, it kind of feels bad to play in some cases. Fallout 4 feels pretty good so far. And also there's a ton of really silly things you can do in it, like get yourself to level 12 before you even leave the starting area by building like 10,000 shelves. Anyway, let's see what we got. Helpfully hauled Rorojaru's goods down the high road, did you? Just drop it down on the ground for now. He's got his hands full, holding his own with the fishes. Thank Thal you're finally here. And you brought the chests? Finally, thanks a million, Missy, you're a lifesaver. Now we've got the goods, I can finally be free of this backbreaking labor. Rorojaru's chest. The words, property of Rorojaru, open under penalty of death, have been scrawled multiple times on each of this crate's 6 sides. Thanks awfully for carrying that chest for me, Missy. Don't know what I've done without you. Actually, I do. When I turned up empty-handed, Wawalago first forced me to start fishing myself. If you're short of something to swap, you'll snare the scaly specimen solo, he said. Let's have a look at this gift you've brought me. Blinking barnacles, it's beautiful! See it shine and shimmer like the silvery scales of a sea serpent? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh my god, I've just realized something. I know what I'm fucking missing. Side story, by the way, folks, before I continue. One of the things that I've had to do recently because of the new computer is I've had to re-download a ton of things that I've used, such as Voice Mod and Stream Deck, in order to get everything to work correctly. And I've also had to reset up my soundboard on multiple occasions. And I've had to do it 2 to 3 times, I think. And somehow, every time I've done it, I've ended with less things on it than when I started. I used to have, oh geez, how many? 4 full pages worth of soundboard things. And then I eventually realized that I was missing 3 of them. And I now know what all 3 of those missing things are. Fallout 4 is probably my least favorite. There's still fun to be had. I will say the main thrust of the plot line and a lot of the general moment-to-moment dialogue, not great, not very good. But from a gameplay standpoint, I think it's pretty solid. And also, well, I mean, I guess there's something to be said about how the skill system works in Fallout 4 versus like New Vegas or 3. And there are benefits and downsides to both of them. I will say, I think from a design standpoint, I think New Vegas's idea of having traits rather than perks as like as kind of big trade-offs is more interesting than Fallout 4. But as somebody who doesn't like downsides because I'm a huge baby, or somebody who's unable to make decisions a lot of times because of being unable to weigh good sides versus upsides versus downsides, I appreciate Fallout 4 as just kind of like, hey, if it's daytime, +2 endurance. End of story. You know? Let's have a look at this gift you've got me. Blinking barnacles, it's beautiful. See it shine and shimmer like the silvery scales of a sea serpent. The fish will flock to bask in the brilliance of a natty knick-knack like this. Hee hee, I knew it. The pawnbrokers wouldn't trade it for toffee, but to a master fisherman, my supporter's worth more than a money can buy. So, do we have a deal? Can I put the rod down now? Fine, I'll fetch your fish for you. The rarest rarefield ray and the rotano. Subject to you shoring up the shortfall in settlement with a little light labor, that is. Catch me a carp or a coley or any form of fish you can find, and I'll honor your order. The shortfall? You mean the supporter's not enough? Then I'm ruined. I was sitting here for ages, and I didn't even get a nibble. There's no fish to be found in this accursed ocean. I dare to differ, my friend. There's shoals and shoals of scaly swimmers in the sea around you. Your foray into fishing floundered because there's nothing but numbers in that noggin of yours. Clear your consciousness of all those money-making machinations and mellow your mind. Then the buggers will bite. But we can't dally here all day. There's duties that need doing down at the guild. So I'll lay down a little imitation. Our dear delivery woman here will catch me a catch of her own. If you've not netted a solitary specimen by the time she's tackled this task, the deal's as dead as a deviled dodo. So if I don't catch a fish before she does, I go home with nothing? And it's all over. Good gods, I'll be beggared. The banks won't touch me with a barge pole. There you go, worrying over wealth again. If you're duly determined to procure this prize perch of yours, then you're ready your rod. Brandish that brooding from your brain and focus only on the fun of fishing. Ruja, if you'd be so obliging, I'd like you to acquire me an anchovy. A local Leminson one will fit the bill. They're common on this coast, so it shouldn't be a struggle to secure. Snatch one straight from the sea or procure it from a purveyor. It's up to you. Wow, I actually have to fish for this questline. That's crazy. Lazy shimmering fish drifting in the lazy shimmering ocean. I'm starting to feel a bit lazy myself. Is this how it feels to be a fish? When you've acquired your anchovy, bring it back to me. It's up to you how to harvest it. Whisk it one from the waves with your willy-wee wand, or meet with a monger and pick one up for peanuts. Whatever buoys your boat. Well, I've been known to fish from time to time, you know. I don't remember what the Leminson anchovies eat, though. Lugworm. Impromptu fishing. Hooray. Nailed it. Oh. That's really funny. It's really funny that technically this doesn't require you to be on Fisher to complete, because you can, again, just go buy elements in Anchovy, as they say. But it's funny that you can't continue the quest as a... oops, that's not the right one. There we go. It's funny that you can't continue the quest as a Fisher. There you go, Laments and Anchovy. I've even read that already because we did it for the Fisher quests. Time's up, Rorojaru. Our dutiful delivery girl has completed her commission, and you still haven't snagged a single sprat. I'm sorry, but the deal's dead. No, then I've lost everything. My fortune, my fortune. I might as well lie down here and die like a dog. Really, Rorojaru, what have you actually lost? Dwell not on money or the misery, but rather widen your eyes to the wonders of the world. Like just now, when you were focused on nothing but the fish. How did it feel? It was wonderful. For a minute there, I really felt like I was one with the ocean. All my material worries just washed away. But a fat lot of good it did me. I didn't catch a bleeding thing. Your financial frettings might have been mildly misplaced, but you've been a trader too long to fully free your feelings from the constant contemplation of coin. That's why the fish didn't bite. I don't think that's how that works. But still, if you drew some sense of satisfaction from it, I suppose that's a start. Holy mackerel! I mean, holy catfish! That isn't a saltwater catfish, is it? I thought they were extinct. Oh, if my client could see this, I'd get a sultan's ransom for it. Aye, sure as the sun, that's a saltwater catfish. There's some as say the species snuffed it in the Calamity, but I'd heard word they were hiding here in Candlekeep Key. Seems the rumors were right. Take it, Rorojaru. Consider it the prize for your persistence. Do with it what you will. Wait, Wawalago, what about your payment? Aren't you going to make me take my supporter? The shiny shorts the fish go crazy for? The star-spangled subligar? Oh, those? I've got 100 of them at home. Just remember, Rorojaru, don't drag yourself down, brooding over business. Free your mind from fretting over your fortunes and your future, and try to think like a fish. But if that still doesn't solve your sorrows, never forget that you'll always find friends at the Fisherman's Guild. However hard things seem, however low you go, when you think like a fish, your distress and disquiet just drift away on the tide. Was Wawalago planning to give me this fish all along? Gods, the man's a bleeding marvel. I don't deserve a friend like him. You know, it's tough life being a trader. You can't think like a fish when you're swimming with sharks or you'll get gobbled up. Closes your mind to anything but coin, it does. But whenever I deal with Wawalago, I feel liberated, like a great burden's been lifted from my heart. If only I could live as he does. I've had my fill of dealing with crooks and swindlers, spending every waking moment obsessed by my bank balance, agonizing over who's going to steal from me. It's time I made a change. Just throws it back in. I'll throw it all away and start again at scratch from the Fisherman's Guild. Here, Aruja, I hereby entrust you the entirety of the great Rorojaru's estate. The brilliant briefs no fish can resist. Wawalago says the fish take energy from its shining scales and copy after them. Helps them grow big and strong and happy. I never knew it before, but it's the same with people. If I'm to learn to live like a fish and set myself free, I need no supporter but Wawalago. Oh. Cool, man. I don't want this. Well, that tweren't too bad. Only 25 minutes to take out the terrible traipsing of this queer quest. you imagine how hard it must be to talk in alliteration all the time? Do you think that's just like a natural thing that he's just able to do, or do you think that like takes conceited effort, or concerted effort rather, not conceited? I mean, it is conceited considering who he is, but still, you get the idea. It's got to be hard, right? I don't think I could do that. Because, I mean, I feel like someone put a curse on him. You know, I never thought about that, but that is almost just as likely as anything else. It's entirely possible. Maybe it was Sissipoop. Maybe she put a curse on him for being an asshole and not doing his job. Anyhow, hostages to fortune. The deputy post-moogle holds out a soil-stained letter, suspiciously blemished with bear marks. Ruja, the very vassal I was looking for, Kupo. I need you to take a letter to Eugenia's Spire in North Shroud, the wood where your dear leader, that's me, was born and raised. It needs to be delivered to Mia Molcott, leader of the White Rams. Officially, they're an offshoot of the God's Quiver, but in practice, they're Miss Molcott's private army. The Ixal call her the Black Cat. Whenever she crosses their path, they're sure to meet with an unfortunate end, Kupo. But truth be told, this isn't the first time we've tried to deliver this letter. I entrusted it to another subordinate of mine, a delivery moogle on his very first mission. But he got chased away by the birdman, fluttered back, hiding his face under his pom-pom. He simply wasn't cut out for such a trying task. But who is, I thought? Who best to dispatch into Ixal infested forest and explain a letter's lateness to the fiery-tempered Miss Molcott? Guess whose name sprang to mind? Here's the letter, Ruja. Off you pop, Kupo. I was hoping it was for this lady. I've half a mind to deliver this letter myself, Kupo. Did I ever tell you that I was born and raised in that very area, the lush forests around Eugenia's Spire? Oh, those happy days when my fledgling friends and I would leap from the tower and float gently to the ground. You should try it, Kupo. But only after you've completed your delivery. The letter is addressed to Mia Molcott, commander of the White Rams. Please be aware that Miss Molcott is something of a force of nature. She may appreciate the letter's lateness, Kupo. You do have a full set of armor, don't you? Oh, you bet your ass I do. Here. Hang on. I'll put it on just for this occasion. Bam. Let's do this shit. Oh wait, hang on, before I do. Oh, thank God we have reduced rates up. I won't put that one. Well, actually, is anybody else on right now? No, it's just me. Okay. Sure, heat of battle, why not? I don't know if I'm probably not going to be using it, but hey, you know. Yeah, we'll just take the airship, whatever. You know, save a little bit of money. But yeah, I was really hoping that this quest was going to be about Mia Molcott. She is probably one of my favorite Gridanian NPCs. We've interacted with her a little bit, mostly in side quests here and there, and a couple times when I've been doing Ixal Beast Tribe quests, she has been there, which nobody here has really been privy to because I have not done a very good job of documenting those. But once again, I will be working on that. I just need to do a couple of things. I need to get some editing. I need to get some video editing software. So if anybody has some good, nice, free-ish alternate like video editing software suggestions, please don't hesitate to let me know because I could really use them. But yeah, when I get the chance to, I'm gonna finish up reading out the last of the Beast Tribe quests that I need to read out for all of the Beast Tribes, because we'll be finishing those fairly soon, rather. You seek Mia Molcott. I am she, instructor of the God's Quiver, commander of the White Rams, bane of any feathered fiends who dares poke his beak into the Twelves Wood. I know you. We've spoken before, have we not? Trust you've bagged a few birdies on your own since we last met. Ruja, is it? What business do you have with Meow? Apologies, a slip of the tongue. When I say with Meow, I mean with Meow. Not Meow. Meow! What do you want? Wow, she has a verbal tick unique to her that no other Mikote has. Letter to Mia Molcott, a personal message addressed to the leader of the White Rams. Let me see that. Oh, how wonderful. It's a letter from Lady Philota. The woman is like a mother to me, you see. I lost my parents when I was young, and it was she who raised me from a mewling babe. Her son was a great hero, a leader of the White Rams before me, but he too was last in the line of duty. But let me see what news she has. She says she is to visit Fallgourd Float with her dear grandson, but by the dates she gives, she should be here this very moment. It's strange that I have heard no word of their arrival. Chronically cat talking. It's also funny because in the description for the fat cat minion, which I read a couple of streams ago, it says that that Mikote totally deny any relation to cats. Perhaps she simply misread her calendar. After all, she speaks of the future, but these dates are past. Tell me, adventurer, when was the letter posted? A while ago, apparently. Grrr! Damn those incompetent Moogles! Never trust anything with wings, I say. Then these dates must be true. They should be here already. Smell the filthy hands of those blasted birdies in this. We must send out a search party. If they came via Gridania, they might have been ambushed in Treespeak. A band of Ixal raid the area, but they're usually too chicken-hearted to approach the paths. I have a sentry there watching their movements. Go to him and ask if he has seen anything untoward. Oh, and if you happen to meet with any wee birdies, none shall weep if you snap their scrawny necks. I shall remain here and organize the search. Head to Treespeak and speak with my man there. If any one of those birdies has touched a silver hair on Lady Philota's head, I'll tear out their gizzards and bathe in their blood. God, I fucking love that. I love that lady so much. She's so funny. The more, like, incredibly feral cat girls there are in 14, I think the better. Ah, mine you are! Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. For a while I forgot about this, but the potency of Inner Beast was lower than the potency. Oh no, it is still lower. Combo potency of Storm's Path is higher than the potency of Inner Beast. Fucked up. Hey man, how you doing? Whoa, what was that? Scraw! Wounded featherless ones you seek! Find them, my axe will! Hold it right there, you squawking scum! Scraw! Good Garuda! Mia Molcott you are! Black Cat of the White Rams! My life you will spare? Yes? Scraw? You'll get no mercy from me. I'll rip off your beak and wear it as a hat. Remember our motto, soldiers. All Ixal must die. Hold a moment, ma'am. Mom. That's my favorite Britishism. Can I talk really quick about Britishisms and pronunciations? So, I have a British cousin, and my aunt lives in England, and her partner is also British, born and raised. And so I've had the opportunity to go visit England on several opportunities, and I am hoping to go again soon. My aunt finished a very severe battle with cancer, which she thankfully survived. And it was looking real rough for a while. Like, she had to eat through a tube for a really long time. It was, God, just miserable. But I'm so happy she's okay now. But of all of the ways that British people pronounce certain words, pronouncing ma'am as mom is probably my favorite. I'm not really sure why. Well, I know why. I think it's funny, but like that specifically is such a like it feels like it goes. If I pronounced ma'am as mom, That feels like it feels like what I would do if I was trying to make fun of British people pronouncing something. You know? But I don't know. But yeah, she's doing. My aunt is doing better. I'm very happy to hear. I'm very happy to see her. I got to see her earlier last month, or towards the end of last month. That's what I was going for. She actually helped my brother move a little bit too, which he felt a little guilty about. He was like, "Oh, cool! I'm getting help from my mom." My mom, who's, you know, in her mid-50s, and my aunt, who just recently finished battling with cancer. Okay, yeah, and they're moving all the big stuff? Okay, maybe I feel a little bad about that. But luckily my aunt has been taking things slow, and she's been understanding her limits and doing much better. And she's always a delight to be around, so... Anyway, before I was set upon, I was watching this group of XIV for some time. They seem to be patrolling the area. Perhaps he knows something of what befell Lady Philota and her grandson. All right, I'll bite. Listen up, you beaky bastard, and answer me truly, and I'll grant you a painless death. Have you seen a lady and a young boy pass through this area? Scraw? Searching for white-haired herder and girly-voiced hatchling featherless ones are. Seen them I have. Attacked by nasty beastie their caravan was. Ran from beastie they did, all frighty and shaking. You lie! The only beasties around here that would think of raiding a caravan are you and your craven kind. Caw. No, Black Cat, only the truth I am telling. Worth more than mine these featherless ones' lives are. Then maybe a deal we are making? My life, you spare. Your featherless friends, I catch. Release them to you, we will, scratchless and sound. A deal we have? Catch them, and then hold them as hostages, no doubt. I say we kill the feathered fool and teach these Ixal a lesson, right, Ruja? Rip his dick off.
Mere Morcard. Whack his pee-pee.
There must be some good in him. Let's agree to the deal. What's the Ruja answer here? I think she probably is more the second answer, certainly. I don't think she's too interested in just killing this guy brutally. But also, I don't know if she has enough courage to contradict her idea or go against her idea. But she is wearing her armor, and maybe when she says something through the armor, it's so muffled that she just assumes, like, oh, she just said rip his beak off. What did you say? Rip his beak off? You got it.
Whack his pee-pee.
Ha! I like you, girl. But not yet. We'll let him betray his own kind first. We'll track him to see if he really knows where Lady Philota is. Then you and I can pull his wishbone. Ooh. That's a chilling thought. Listen up, Beaky. If we let you go, will you keep your promise? Scrah! Spared I am, by Molcot the Merciless. Believe it I cannot. Well known to our kind your cruelty is, and yet I walk free. Then on my honor, my word you have. With my headwing I shall speak. Your smooth and wrinkly friends, together we will catch, send word we shall. Come to the river bend northwest of here, and with your friends we shall return. It's a surprisingly hard line, yeah. And it's also really innocuous too, because it's like, yeah, we'll just wishbone him, you know? We'll kill him. And it's like, and then you think about what that means, and it's like, okay, got it. We're gonna rip him in half by grabbing him by his limbs. I see. Ugh, how I despise listening to their feather-brained prattle. Their voices are so stupid. And they're all so transphobic. Except for those Ectal 9 ones. I've heard those ones are okay. The fool knows nothing except how to delay his own death with false promises. Still, I would have you follow him to this headwing, just to be sure. We shall return to the spire and see if the other parties have met with more success. Here's a fun fact for you guys about Ixal culture. The reason why the leader there is called Headwing is because Garuda is famous for her tornado blowjobs. You can quote me on that. Hello, blowjob brother. Scraw! Come to play, the black cat's dog has. For his life the sniveling wench begged. No tricks all that one is. By my own talons punished he shall be. His craven promises never will we honor. But what I say now, listen well, featherless one. Our hostages your friends are, the old one and the young. See them again you would, then do my bidding you shall. Within your borders we search. Unharmed and unhindered you will leave us. When done we are, and only then, the hostages we shall release. We lie, you think? Then the truth we prove. Set free the wrinkled one will be. Across the river you will find her. On the cliffs over Fallgard float. The wildest head you'll never get. Yep. A lasting truce with you we seek not. Pains me it does to show mercy to the hated Molcott. But our reasons we have, and our promises we will honor if the black cat will do the same. Goodbye. Oh, there she is. Ma'am? Good eve to you, adventurer. My name is Philota. Would you happen to be the young lady sent by me a Molcott? Then I thank you, for the bottom of my heart. I was traveling with my young grandson from Gridania. Garuda probably breaks the Ixal wishbones with their technique from time to time. You know that? Hang on. I have a... let me, let's... Oh, fuck, it's a WebP file. God damn it. How about this one? There we go. Perfect. And now, hang on, how do I, sure, I guess, this. Is this what I want? Oh god, this is a whole... Can I just not, no, I just want to, like, do a quick, like, edit, man. Damn, Windows 11 fucking sucks. I don't want to do all this shit, bro. Great, man. Thank you so much. Where is... Wait, what? Video? What? Rename... Oh, there we go. Fucking... Why would that be... ridiculous? I'm going through a lot of effort for this joke. I hope you all know. And it's really not even going to be that funny. There. Hang on. I'm almost done. Hang on. There we go. Here's a picture of what the Ix will look like post-Garuda summoning. That's what I was looking for. Oh, it's not a very good quality image, but you know. Anyway. I was traveling with my young grandson from Gridania, but as we made our way through Treespeak, we were set upon by an angered treant, and our carriage was overturned. My grandson and I managed to escape, but we were separated from our guard. We fled into the forest seeking shelter, but found only a nest of Ixal. They captured us, bound our hands with rough twine, feared we were to be offered to their god. Imagine my relief when I overheard them speaking of us as not sacrifices, but as hostages. And then, without word of warning, I was released. They marched me here, removed my blindfold, and made me wait for Mia's envoy to collect me. I thank you, adventurer, but my grandson, is he still in the Birdman's clutches? We must send word to Mia right away. I pray to you, adventurer, please return to Mia and relate to her all that I have told you. If anyone can save my grandson, it is she. Please do not worry about me. I can make my way to Fallgord Float from here. The guards will there will protect me. That is true. They probably will. The guards around here in Tree Speak are really aggressive. As soon as literally anything comes within range of them, they just start swinging immediately. Like, I mean, we'll just watch this guy for a minute and see if that Banemite respawns, and then he'll just show up and fucking beat the shit out of it. He was literally just doing it. Maybe it'll happen over here. Oh, wait. No, I'm not gonna wait. I have quests to do. Hello! Lady Philota is safe. Thank the gods. But what of her grandson? Was he released too? He was not, no. What? They plan to hold the boy hostage to keep my claws from their craven necks? Their skullduggery knows no bounds. They say they will release the child when they have found something? I spit on their lies. They seek nothing but our land and would use the boy as a shield to secure their trespass. Nafika is my witness. They shall gain nothing but their deaths. The birdies have picked on the wrong prey this time. The boy is the only child of Lady Philota's late son, once the leader of the White Rams. We are honor bound to free him from their filthy claws. They'll rue the day they ever thought of laying their hands on one of ours. You can tell Lady Philota that Mia Molcott will not rest until her grandson is safely returned, and the rills run red with Birdman blood. Go to the Bobbing Cork and let her know just that, word for word. Go to the Bobbing Cork and let Lady Philota know that all is in hand. I'll save her grandson and bring her the head of each and every birdie who dared lay a talon on him. I hope we learn eventually that, like, Lady Philota is the one who taught Mia all this bloodthirstiness. She's like, yes, bring me their heads. That would be very funny. Mia plans to rescue my grandson herself. Excuse me, sorry, I got my youth back for a second there. That is the best news I could hope to hear. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance in this matter, young lady. I have known Mia since she was but a mewling babe. Was that the exact wording she used even? Wow, incredible. And believe me when I say I have full confidence that she shall devote every energy to rescuing my grandson. If anyone can rescue him from those brutes, Mia can. Near 20 years have passed since the day we first met, back when my son was still the leader of the White Rams before he was taken from us. A report came in that a settlement was under XIV attack, just like in Fallout 4, and he raced to its defense, just like in Fallout 4. By the time he and the Minutemen arrived, the XIV had already captured the village. My son refused to abandon it to their clutches and led a daring attempt to rescue the villagers. He finally succeeded in expelling the invaders, but their deadly work was already done. Only one child emerged alive from the ruins. Mia. My son took the orphan girl under his wing and taught her bowmanship. She came to idolize him as a master, and perhaps a father. But now she is twice orphaned, and the Ixal hold her master's only son as a hostage. I can well understand her fury. But this anger of hers, I fear it may cloud her judgment in this case, and drive her to recklessness. I pray you, young lady, return to her, and urge not her to be too rash in her plans. I could not live with myself were my grandson's safety to be bought with friendly blood. Mia has always been such a passionate young lady. It serves her well in her work, but I feel her personal investment in this may make her act rashly. I pray you, would you talk with her and persuade her not to take any needless risks? She has not moved from this spot. Lady Philota said that. Even with her grandson held captive by the Birdmen, she worries for the safety of our soldiers. And I think she's worried about you specifically. Truly, the lady's consideration knows no bounds. But I fear the time for restraint is past. It sickens me to sit by while the Birdmen prowl our forests, using one of our own as a shield. Their band has been sighted from this very spire, moving northwards. Do you realize what this means? The disassembling birdies return to their logging grounds, with Lady Philota's grandson in tow. So much for their honor and honesty. We must pounce now before they escape through Proud Creek and... Meow? Hold a moment, I have word from my scouts. Yes? You have them in your sights? Then, on my order, unleash... What? They send a messenger. They say they found what they were looking for and will release the hostage immediately? Understood. Over and out. Did you hear that, Ruja? The Birdmen say they have released the boy, but in Proud Creek of all places. Why, he would almost be safer in their evil clutches. You must go there straight away and find the child before something wickeder does. Ruja, quickly, to Proud Creek! Those feathered freaks have left Lady Philota's grandson alone in that den of danger. You must help my men to find him before it's too late. Hey, kid. Are you a friend of Miss Molcott's? Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. Oh, yes, I'm quite all right. They didn't hurt me, only my pride. I was such a fool, stumbling straight into that XIV camp. I'm sorry for causing everyone to go through such trouble to rescue me. Mia wouldn't have let herself get caught so easily, nor would my father. I'm just thankful the Ixal were true to their word. I overheard some of what they were discussing. It seems they were searching for a hatchling of theirs, the young of a chieftain who had disappeared from his nest. They had followed his trail into Treespeak. They were readying forces to launch an invasion to recover the child, knowing it would lead to all-out war with Gridania. But then they somehow learned of mine and Grandmama's arrival and resolved to kidnap us instead, to secure the truce that would allow the rescue party to search unhindered. But there's something I don't understand. When the leader of the Ixal cut my bonds, he whispered something strange to me. His promise your father kept, and so the same I shall do. And then they were gone. Young master, how good it is to find you safe. Is aught amiss? The Ixal were on the search for a hatchling, so they were not raiders, but rescuers? You must report these developments to Commander Molcott immediately. Let us rendezvous back at Eugenia's spire. Come, child, follow me. Thank you again. Ruja, was it? Though my rescue seems to have caused more trouble than it solved. Well done, Ruja. Now that we have the boy, the birdies want for a shield, and a birdie without a shield is ripe for the plucking. Please, miss, you have to stop her. The commander means to harry the Ixal retreat and strike them all down. And you would stop me? Have you forgotten our motto? All Ixal must die. I know, but please, ma'am, I beg you to reconsider. This was not an invasion, it was a rescue mission. They were searching for a lost hatchling. And after all, they did keep their promise. They released the boy. Surely it is only right that we should honor our side of the agreement and allow them to leave. What agreement? Those were their conditions, and they only had the nerve to give them because they were holding the poor by hostage. They invade our lands, steal our children, and you would show them mercy? The only peace they'll get from me is that of the grave. Miss, you must help me. Go to the Bob and Cork and bring back Lady Philota. She's the only one Commander Molcott will listen to. There's something that bothers me about all this. It's what that Ixali chieftain said. Something of promises kept in years long past. If anyone knows what he meant by it, Lady Philota will. His promise your father kept, and so the same I shall do. I'll never forget those words. But my father was the leader of the White Rams, the sworn enemy of the Ixal. What promise could he have possibly made? They think they can invade our lands, kidnap our children, and get away scot-free? I'll rip out their quills and make them sign their own death warrants with their own blood. What was it again? His promise your father kept, and so the same I shall do. Surely we cannot proceed with the attack without knowing what he meant. Perhaps Lady Philota would have some idea. You will find her in the Bob and Cork. Please, miss, I do believe she's the only one who will be able to get through to the commander. You must bring her here before she puts an arrow through the hatchling's head. Hi. My grandson is safe. Thank you, adventurer. 1,000 times thank you. How can I possibly repay you for all you have done for my family? I see. It appears the situation is more complicated than when we first thought. The Ixal that took us were a rescue team, and now Mia plans to attack them in their retreat, and the hatchling with them, and only I can stop her? Fuck that! Kill them all! Perhaps I can, for I indeed have some knowledge of this promise the Ixal spoke of. How strange that their fates should be brought together again like this. The elementals work in mysterious ways. Very well, I will talk with Mia. Would it be too much for you to ask to do me a further kindness? Run along to Eugenia's spire and delay her from taking any drastic action. I will join you as soon as I can. The path is steep, and I am afraid I am not as young as I once was. I know the Ixal are our enemies, but these ones are retreating, and a youngling goes with them. Couldn't we let them go just this once? It's too late. The commander has already relayed the order to ready the attack. There's nothing more I can do. All right, you're the last of them. Join up with the forward squadron and begin the attack. The poor wee birdies won't know what hit them. What is it, adventurer? Don't tell me you object to my attack as well. And so do I, Mia. Lady Philota, what are you doing here? You've been through so much at the claws of the Birdmen. You need to rest. As do you, Mia. There is a story you must needs hear. A story begun long ago, but not yet concluded. A story? What story? A tale from long ago, when my son led the White Rams as you do now. A time when we found ourselves caught in the same snare as the Ixal did this day, as it reflected in a glass. There was a young girl, trapped behind Ixali lines. The White Rams put together a rescue team to save her and prepared to strike at the heart of the enemy. The Ixal were surrounded, but their defenses were strong. All hope seemed lost. Until, quite by chance, a separate raid to capture of several Ixali hatchlings abandoned in their nest. So both sides came to hold younglings as hostages. Threat was answered with counter-threat, and both sides prepared for bloody resolution. Until my son reached out to the Ixal. He offered them a truce and a promise. He would return their hatchlings if the Ixal would withdraw and spare the child. Tell me, my dear, what was it the Ixali chieftain said to you? That your father kept his promise, and so he would keep his in return? It can only be the will of the elementals that brought such a fate to pass. There can be no doubt. That chieftain was one of the Ixali hatchlings my son released that day. And it was my son's promise that lifted the siege on the village and saved the child. A young Mikote girl with an ink-black coat and shining eyes. My master bought my life with his? After 20 long years, the threads of destiny that entwined on those fateful days have brought you together once more. Whether you sever those ties now or tie them stronger, only your heart can decide. To be bound to an Ixal, to cut myself free. All right, soldiers. Kill them all! Call off the attack! Send word to the vanguard. They are to escort the Ixal off our lands, but under no conditions are the Birdmen to be fired upon. Anyone foolish enough to disobey will answer to me. But, Commander, what about our motto? All Ixal must die. Oh, they'll die, all right. The minute they step their filthy feet back in the 12's wood, I'll snap their twiggy wee necks and lap up their blood, every clucking last one of them. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Boy, what a normal thing for somebody to say. Let's all move on with our lives. I did so want to push my claws into their beady little eyes, but it's not for me to put an end to what my master began. Ruja, you came to me with a letter, but in the end you brought me something far more important. True compassion. The legacy of my master that I was far too quick to forget. There is only one thing I can say. Thank Meow. Hey, no problem. Pineapple juice. Juice freshly squeezed from sun-ripened prickly pineapples. Apkalu omelet. Apkalu eggs beaten and then cooked in rich butter until fluffy and light. A favorite in Bill Vilbrin's coastal hamlets. Rollenberry cheesecake. Rich cheesecake slathered in a sticky sweet rollenberry compote. Dismal gratin. I'm almost certain I've actually read all of these before, because I think we had to make this for a quest. Anyway, Allegan bronze piece. Give me that money. Give me your money. I did it. So what is that? 5 more quests? I don't know. Well, while I'm here, let's stop back in Gridania real quick, because I have to check up on my adventurer squadron, because I've been kind of doing that off stream. I have been collecting any unique dialogues that I can get out of it, but it's been something to do off stream because adventurer squadrons are such a, I don't even know how to describe them. They're just so weird, you know? Alright, we can put our normal armor back on now. should also check and see what my retainers have brought me. Get me in there. Hi. Wow, it succeeded. That's incredible. Such a thing has never happened before. Oh, I disconnected there for a little bit. Are you keeping an eye on Squadron Chemistry, Commander? It's surprising how much better the recruits perform when teamed with members that complement or challenge them. Relationships with the squadron can shift like the winds, though, so pray take that into consideration before ordering a deployment. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I might have even taken a picture of that dialogue before, but, you know. Let's see. I don't know. Just do some mental training, I guess. I don't know. And I can't get my retainer shit done here, so I'll do that elsewhere. It's all about efficiency here, folks. In fact, I might just get that shit done in Limsa. Limsa Laminsa. Bulwark. All right, let's check and see what quests we've got, and then swing by the retainer bell and stuff. All right. A Keycurn always pays his debts. Oh yeah, I recognize those two. And the Hazy Professor. Wait, hang on, I'm gonna make a guess. It's that guy, that professor in Camp Drybone that sent us on the quest to get the corrupted crystal. Fucking nailed it. I'm dabbing right now. You can't see it, but I'm dabbing. We'll do this one first. The Deputy Post Moogle has letters for learned fellows. Knowledge, my dear assistant, is the gift that keeps on giving. I've got letters today for a fellow who embodies the notion, Professor Lambertaint Coupeau. He's an authority on ether, known for his passion and absent-mindedness. I'm sure you've heard of him. Lately, everyone is talking about his theories. Now, such a renowned scholar has many students, and these letters come from his best and brightest. So your task, my friend, is to deliver the mail to Lambertaint in Camp Drybone. Make sure to get there promptly, as a good postwoman should, Coupeau. And I can't have the dialogue with the... Okay, that's fine. Where's the bell? There it is. Hi, Savar. What did you get for me? Turquoise. Great. More shit to clog up my inventory with. Get that shit out of there, please. Yeah, sell that too, why don't you? I guess I'll hold on to that. Can't store any of that shit. Mark, what did you get for me? Skofnung. Sure. Here, hold this for me, please. Don't really have any need of it. Cool. Is this better than... I don't think it's better than whatever gladiator weapon I'm using right now. Yeah, no, it isn't. So let's desynthesize it. Here I go. Demi-materia. I need those, I think. What's the best way to do this? Oh, I know. Here's what we're gonna do. This'll save some money. If we go to the Arcanists Guild over here, and then take the boat, we can save a little bit of moolah. Only 80 gil as opposed to 120 from airship, or however much teleporting would be. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to be using my Deathclaw more often, because it's funny. As Ruja gets carried around like a wet paper bag in the rain. I always forget how ominous the sound effects this thing makes are. Oh god, it's even worse here. I wouldn't mind the weather being like that around here in real life, I gotta say. I love me some heavy showers. Professor!
Why, yes, I am Professor Lambertaint. We've met, you say? Are you certain about that? Perhaps telling me why you've come will refresh my memory.
Letter to Lambertaint. The letter addressed to Professor Lambertaint from one of his self-professed greatest pupils, which is all three of them who say that.
Ah, I've been expecting these. I still can't quite remember you, but you have my thanks all the same. All three will soon attend the symposium. Excellent. I expected their replies sooner, but better late than never.
What? Why does I keep? Why do I keep getting a notification about that? A little worrying.
Ah, pray excuse me, I've gotten ahead of myself. The symposium I speak of is a biannual event that I organize for my students. We gather under one roof to share our research and critique others. Constructively, of course.
Lumbar taint, true. Hey Duncan, how you doing, man?
Perchance you are familiar with aspect conversion. 'Tis a theory I but recently published, with the aid of adventurer much like yourself, come to think of it. Anyway, the focus on this symposium shall be post-aspect conversion. Speaking of which, the hour is nearly upon us, though it seems my pupils have yet to arrive. Oh well, there are papers I can attend to while I wait. Since you have proven yourself an able courier, would you mind taking these flowers to the tavern for me? 'Tis the venue for the symposium, and I fear it wants for decoration. Yes, you can put those flowers on the table in the tavern. Discourse flows where the liquor runs free, and I suspect blossoms will stimulate discussion even more.
Hang on. Let me, there we go. I'm not even really holding the umbrella in a way that would actually help. Especially not like that. See, I'd have to hold it like, where's the rain coming from? Yeah, like that. There we go. That would help. But instead I'm walking it with it at an angle and up like an idiot. Oh, nope, that's the wrong place. It's in here. Put that shit away. Hi. Got any good shit? Mashed potato. But nothing else. Okay. Lovely flowers. These marvels of nature are certain to be the highlight of Professor Lambertain's symposium. Umbrellas barely work anyway since my shoes still get wet. Yeah, it's true. Honestly, I think I prefer umbrellas to raincoats still, because a lot of times I'm carrying like a bag that I also don't want to get wet. But I also have used umbrellas significantly less than I've used raincoats, just because raincoats are easier to put on, and for example, right now I don't have a umbrella in my apartment, but I do have a raincoat. You are still here. I must have finished more quickly than I realized, though to do things swiftly and well is only natural for a mind like mine. Where are my students? 'Tis strange for them to be so late. And what of my big surprise? I prevent the original 4 volumes of my latest work on the properties of aspect conversion. I intend to bequeath them to my students as thanks for their assistance, once they arrive, anyway. I like that we're just standing here. They are awfully tardy. Perhaps I shall retire to my chambers for the time being. Well, I suppose you are free to go, but if you venture outside Camp Drybone, would you keep your eyes open for my pupils? I'm sure they are fine, but I worry all the same. It's weird that one of them is late, because one of them is, like, literally over at High Bridge. Like, he's, like, right over here. Out into the rain we go. Hello? Mario! You see neither hide nor hair of the students. Have you seen any sign of my students outside the camp? Can't say I have. Nothing at all. My students must be busy with their research. It's so busy that they forgot to tell me. The symposium is hereby cancelled. My pupils will have to wait for their... Egads! The books! I left them in the tavern. This is also... Could you retrieve them for me? I require a moment. The book should still be on the table. I would go myself, but it seems a grain of sand is lodged in my eye. I get the feeling that the symposium is not scheduled for today, and he forgot. Oh, hey guys, you're late, I see. Do mine eyes mislead me? 'Tis the adventurer who came in search of the corrupted crystals. Of the countless taverns throughout the realm, thought we would cross paths here. Tell me, Rouge, what brings you to this place? Your professor. The symposium's been cancelled on account of our absence? Whatever for? It's to be held tomorrow, not today. Knew it. Evidently the professor mixed up the date, hence why he fears we have forgotten all about it. The professor can be ever so slightly scatterbrained, though a genius when it comes to ethereal studies. Ha! As if worse hasn't been said of us, haha, Sako. Perhaps people would still think us lunatics had we not come to study under the professor. Indeed, whatever his failings, none of us would be where we are without him. I say we surprise him with a gift of our own, something to show our thanks for all he has done, and to commemorate his latest publication. Hear, hear, and I think we all know it would make the perfect gift. Corrupted crystals. Do not look at me. Do not look at me. God fucking damn it.
A fine idea, if I do say so myself. Can we hand on your help as well, Ruja? I must return to Highbridge and prepare a containment vessel for the crystals. You may come and collect it anon. I hate this job. Corrupted crystals are central to the professor's research. I dare say he will jump for joy when he gets them. As Professor Lambertain's greatest students, we must lift his spirits. I, most of all, as the greatest of the three. God. I know I've mentioned this before, but I cannot stress to you guys enough how wonderful it is to be able to mount inside buildings in an MMO. Have you found my books, or did you forget about me as well? I did. Bye. Actually, I'm curious. I want to see something. Do you have anything else to say? Nope. Okay. Oh, wait, no, yes! That is a different line. Ah, it's grand to have cause to ply my trade again. I'll work twice as hard as ever to make a hero's dreams come true. And if I earn a few gil for myself along the way, well, what's the harm in that? Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to go around and find all of the characters that we've done post-Moogle quests for and talk to them, aren't I? Hey. Give it to me. 'Tis high time you arrived. I completed my preparations a long while ago. We seek crystals marred by nary a single mark. Make your way to the center of the burning wall, where stands the finest of formations. Here is a sledgehammer you can use to fracture a cluster once there. And here, a warded pot. Collect within it the shards of the crystal and deliver the lot to Sienna. Simple, is it not? Then are you truly aware of the nearest path to the burning wall begins at Burgundy Falls? I bid you merry mining. Are you absent-minded as the professor? Go and gather corrupted crystals from the center of the burning wall. Use the sledgehammer I've provided and break it. Put it in the pot and take it to Sienna. Was anything unclear or must I repeat myself again? No, sorry, I'm just scraping for dialogue, sir. You understand. Hey Cha, what's up, man? I welcome you, Rouge of the Black. It was only with your aid that I did unearth the answers that sought by my ancestors, and for this I thank you. And yet each answer is but a stepping stone to yet another question. Tireless effort, unwavering focus, harmony and unity of purpose, unobstructed by differences of tribe or nation. This is the goal I would strive for with the rest of my days, a goal I am proud to share with you, friend. That's not related to this quest, I just wanted to get that one, because, you know, I don't think I've talked to him since we finished the Black Mage quests. Special Order Sledgehammer. This miner's tool has been outfitted with a special head designed to allow its user better control when attempting to coerce corrupted crystals from their rocky beds. We'll just kind of toss it at it. You fracture the corrupted cluster. Place the crystals within the warded pot. Warded pot, a simple clay pot that has been treated on the inside with a chemical sealant to prevent ethereal conductivity. There we go. God, it's so fucking cloudy. I can't see shit. I anticipated your success, my friend, but you were much quicker than I had anticipated. Welcome back. Did the Mirror Knights give you any trouble? Nope, they didn't even aggro to me. Corrupted crystals. A warded pot filled to the brim with corrupted crystals.
Aha! An exquisite pot full of corrupted crystals, if I ever saw one. Well now that everything seems in order, I shall summon the professor for his surprise. Oh, there he is. What surprise, pray tell? If it was for the symposium, I'm afraid you're all too late. Professor Lambertaint! And you, postwoman, did you ever intend to return with what I asked? Why, I ought to... Hold on a moment, Professor. You forgot the symposium starts tomorrow. We know you can be a bit absent-minded, but above all else, we beg you to remember. No student ever skips a symposium. Voila! Corrupted crystals to celebrate your latest publication and to express our gratitude for your constant support. Aha! So that's what you three have been doing. I hardly know whether to laugh or cry. It just so happens I have prepared something for each of you as well. On the properties of aspect conversion would not exist if it were not for you all, and so I thought to divide the volumes between the four of us, that the set would be complete whenever we meet. Your questions, your contributions, your very presence drives me onwards, as quickly as a corrupted crystal can change aspects. It matters not where our research takes us, so long as we are of one mind and one purpose. Why don't we meet 4 times a year instead of 2? It would be a pleasure to hear your papers more often, and to present mine own, of course. I must say, I'm quite eager to begin experimenting with these crystals. You didn't go to too much trouble obtaining them, did you? Not at all, haha. Ruja saw to the dangerous tasks. For the second time, come to think of it. Didn't her efforts serve as inspiration for your research before? Ruja? Ah! I knew I had seen you before! Well, no longer shall your contributions go unrecognized. Professor Lambertaint, hereby name thee an honorary pupil. Now, my friends, to work. The unsolved mysteries of ether are waiting to be unraveled. Hooah. Yeah. And I get some crystals for crafting out of it. Nice. Unfortunately, we don't get a copy of his book. Shit sucks. Okay. Let's go talk with the professor and the guy over at Highbridge really quick, just to see if their dialogue has also updated. Because if it does, then we have a lot of work to do that we will probably do after all the rest of the post-Moogle quests are done. An honorary pupil, you say? I don't remember having any of those. Ah ha ha, I jest. Who could forget you, Ruja? In fact, I have a lesson for you on my latest theory. What? Oh, well, if you're busy, I suppose it can wait. Oh, it has changed. That's cute. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, let's see, what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to get, like, a list of all of the NPCs that are involved, that, like, the NPCs that are, like, on... that you can just talk to, and we'll go around and talk to all of those after we're done with this, because, I mean, we're only an hour in and we've done 3 quests so far? There's only 4 left. Ah, the honorary student. Have you any new findings? Not at all, eh? Well, never fear. My thesis will make up for your lack of progress and prove I am the greatest of my professor's students. Sure, man. Alright, let's get back out there. Let me make this a little easier on myself. Open this. And be ready to open the various quests here. Can't believe we're almost done. I mean, I'm glad, but I can't believe it. I do appreciate that this does actually come with, like, gathering stats on it. That's pretty funny. God, I cannot stress enough, by the way, that this game is fucking beautiful right now because of how powerful my computer is. I wish you guys could see it, but I am still baby streamer who cannot show off good, cool quality. I don't even think even at like the highest quality that Twitch offers, I don't think it would show off as well as it does for me. All right. A Keychurn always pays his debts. The deputy post-Moogle would have you deliver the undeliverable. Oh, Ruja, dear Ruja, my unfortunate assistants. I'm afraid that something rather awkward has come up, and I'm going to have to drop it right in your lap, Kupo. It's an urgent epistle for from Bango Zango, vice chair to the Brugere Consortium. And to Bango Zango it must be returned. It was to be delivered to Gigi Rune, a Keychurn who runs a trading post on the shores of Bronze Lake, but when I got there, the slippery devil was nowhere to be found. To make matters worse, he neglected to leave a forwarding address, Kupo. I was going to break the news to Master Zango myself, but who am I to deny such an up-and-coming delivery Viera such a valuable experience? It's not often our service fails in its duties, so you'll just have to be at your sycophantic best if he's to accept your apology. You'll find Master Zango just around the corner in the Octant. Good luck, Ruja. The reputation of the Moogle delivery service rests on your shoulders, Kupo. Thanks, dickhead. What does Gigi Rune think he's doing disappearing like that? It's almost as if he's trying to bring the service into disrepute. Ah, well, I suppose we'll just have to take it on the chin this time. To the Octant and Ruja, and keep your chin up. Literally, he's right here, dude. You can just walk over. At least it ain't 480p. At that point, it's unreadable. That's true. I hope it isn't 480p. I hope it's coming through a little higher quality than that. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, I am Bango Zango, second heir of the Brugere Consortium. And who are you, pray tell? If you have business with me, you'll need to make an appointment with my... What? My letter's been returned to sender. Letter to Gigi Rune. Letter addressed to the Keychurn entrepreneur from the Brugere Consortium Vice Chairman Bango Zango. Not known at this address? Gods damn it! I never should have trusted that double-dealing Keychurn. The minute I threatened to call in his debts, the blasted rat does a moonlight flit. Forgive my outburst. It's Gigi Rune I'm angry with, not you. He borrowed a sizable sum from the consortium, but he's fallen behind on his repayments. This letter was to be our final demand. Sad to say, it seems the wretch has taken the money and ran. It's a sorry state for a once shrewd trader to find himself in. He was the first to set up a trading post in Upper Lenosha after the calamity, straddling the fence between everyone from the kobolds to the Maelstrom, and raking in a pretty packet from all sides. He ran it with his brother Memerune, but they had a falling out some years back. A disagreement about the direction of the business, or so they say. Whatever the reason, it led to Memerune striking out on his own and setting up his own little trading post in Oakwood. They've been rivals ever since. Perhaps that's when the rot set in. Memerune's fortunes have gone from strength to strength, but Gigi Rune, well, the only thing he's gained in the past few years is an ever-increasing mountain of debt. I have every confidence he would turn it around, but it seems my faith was misplaced. And what faith it was. Were he to default on this loan, it would have serious implications on the consortium's finances. I need you to do me a favor, adventurer. Return to Upper Lenosha and collar this rat for me. Mayhap his brother has some idea of where he is scurried off to. Alrighty, we are off to Oakwood. How do we get there to fucking Western Lenosha? Okay, Fisherman's Guild then. Or, you know, I could just... whatever. No, Fisherman's Guild. I don't want to spend money on teleportation. It's too expensive, even though I have the thing that reduces teleportation costs on. Airport. Okie dokie. Hello, Memaroon. Welcome, customer. Customer brings to shop. Welcome to shop at Memaroon shop. Memaroon's brother causing bother? Run away with shiny shinies. Memaroon no know where Gigiroon go. Memaroon and Gigiroon always fighting fight. Never talking talk. Memaroon keep to Memaroon's side and keep away from Gigiroon's side. Memaroon worked for a long time at Gigiroon's shop long ago. Memaroon spot good spot for new shop, but Gigiroon say he want to stay put in Gigiroon shop spot. Move here, Memaroon say, but Gigiroon no want to hear and no want to move. Quarrelsome Gigiroon quarrel with Memaroon. Go away, he say. So away Memaroon go. Memaroon move to new place and set up new setup. Never ever talk with Gigiroon ever since. Everyone cross with Gigiroon? Everyone thinks Gigiroon cross everyone. Gigiroon need help and helpful Memaroon help. Look in Gigiroon's shop. Gigiroon leave shop, but maybe he leave hint. That hints where Gigiroon go. Memaroon and Gigiroon fight bad fight, but Gigiroon not bad. Helpful Memaroon help find Gigiroon. Go to Gigiroon's shop and look for leads that lead you to Gigiroon. Whew. Keykern. Talking. Keykern and Gobby Speak are the two hardest ones to do, I find. A lot of unnecessarily repeating words. Take a shot every time they repeat a name. Do not do that. You will die. Bum Bailiff. What's your business here, darling? Bango Zangu sent you to look for a missing trader. Same here. Seems the consortium ain't taking no chances when it comes to tracking down this Gigiroon character. Let's say we work together then, lass. I put the shakes on the shopkeep over yonder already. You don't got a glimmer of where the old boy's got to. Says this pile over here is Gigiroon's stash, but it ain't nothing but chocobo feed. Hardly would filter when it comes down to it. Though he might have taken the loot with him, but the only thing missing's what was here in this here chest. According to your and Sean shopkeep, it wasn't naught but a pile of old Mamul Jaw coinage, and that weren't worth its weight in shite to anyone this side of the deep. Except in the Mamul Jaw, that is. Nor Eorzean merchants touch the stuff with a 40-arm barge pole, but the chances are it's still some value to the beasts. Here, you don't reckon the rat bastard's gone off to hire himself a lizardman army, do you? IDK if Gobby speak is as hard as Kobold speech. Well, Kobold speech is they don't have like a verbal tick that goes through the entire thing. They just have like at the very end of the sentence they have a thing that repeats like 3 times. You know? With Gobbies, it's speckled through. It's speckled through everywhere in their sentences. And Kobolds, it's kind of you shove it in the end. There's a band of the scaly buggers hanging around northwards, but a Keykern's one thing and a Mamul Jaw's another. I ain't getting paid enough to go poking me nose in lizard business. I'll head back to Limsa and report to Zango. Don't you be getting yourself into any trouble now, lass. Mamul Jaw money not worthless, you worthless. Never did we say we would pay with Gil. Look, debt collectors come to collect Gigiroon's debts. Gigiroon give Mamul Jaw back the shiny shinies, then good Mamul Jaw protect Gigiroon from bad collector, yes? Very well, Gigiroon, you have a deal. Mamul Jaw protect you from Smoothskin. Soldiers, cover our retreat. Man. Mamul Jaw, deal with you. Mamul Jaw, deal with you. Ruja proceeds to get into trouble. Story of my life. Oh wait, holy shit, hang on. I just heard it. There he is! It's him! It's Scarface Boogle Jaw! I'll read all these in a second. There it is. Why can I not bathe in springs? I've already told you it's forbidden. My coin, same coin as Smoothskins. This is not about your coin, it's about your behavior. What behavior? You're leering. Mamulja have eyes. Eyes must see something. And the unsightly grinding and gyrating of your pelvic region. Ah, traditional Mamulja bathing dance. I care not what you call it. It will not be tolerated. Great. Actually, can I talk to... No, I can't talk to him. Well, that's one character I won't need to, Hi. You seek Gigi Rune Collector? The pirate has him. Mamulja to protect Gigi Rune from you, and you alone. He say nothing about the pirate. Wow, you guys suck. You are not Collector? Then Mamulja work is done. Gigi Rune make another bad deal. No wonder collectors are after him. Mamulja make good deal with Gigi Rune, but buy many times and pay fair price. But when we pay, Gigi Rune say our money no good and ask for Gil. If Gigi Rune want Gil, he'd need to say that, so it start. Mamulja proud warriors, not mind readers. You won't find Gigi Rune? Speak with Rat Brother. Maybe he knows where the pirate takes him. Hey, can you guys shut the fuck up over there? I'm trying to have a conversation. God. I'm leaving. Gigi Rune did deal with Mamulja and got Mamulja shiny shinies, but Mamulja shinies no good to pay back his back payments? Oh no, no, Gigi Rune collected by collector. That collector a pirate collector, and pirate collectors deter debtors by barreling them in barrels and jettisoning them from jetties. Got to stop Gigi Rune from getting launched in the lake. Go to Gigi Rune shop and stop freebooter booting Gigi Rune into wet, wet water. Mimi Rune got arrangement to arrange, but see you there soon. Bad pirate make Gigi Rune walk long walk off short plank. Got to go Gigi Rune shop and stop him going plop. Memeroon got preparations to prepare, but Memeroon be along before long. Where is he? There he is. And there's a whimpering barrel. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Well, if it ain't me old darling. Look here, lass. I finally got me mitts on the shirkin' wretch, and he's about to take the plunge. Seemed he'd been making merry with the Mamulja, but he never counted on him trying to lumber him with their own dodgy lucre, and you can't pay your debt with lizard coin, can you, Gigi Rune? Poor old bugger ain't a bad sort, really. Should have been more careful about drawing up his deals with the Beastmen. But good intentions don't count for shite in this business. A defaulter's a defaulter, and a bailiff's gotta do what a bailiff's gotta do. Thought I'd washed my hands of the pirate life when I went into the collecting racket, but the old ways still come in handy. They pays me a pretty penny to give it to those who bilked their lenders the old heave-ho pirate style. Bung 'em in a barrel and sling 'em in the briny. Stop, stop, stop! Memeroon give you the shinies, many, many shinies to repay repayments. What's all the hubbub, Whiskers? Are you saying you'll pay off Gigi Rune's debt for him? Take this invisible money. Well, blow me down. There's enough gil here to drag down a galleon. Aye, this'll cover what the consortium's after, all right. That's an end of that, then. Time to get the rat out of the barrel. Gigi Rune no speak to Memeroon for long time, but Memeroon pay Gigi Rune's payment? Gigi Rune not worthy of worthy Memeroon. Nothing to give in return. Nothing but Gigi Rune shop. Gigi Rune shop no more. Gigi Rune shop, Memeroon shop now. No, no, no. Memaroon no take Gigiroon shop. Gigiroon keep dealing deals and pay Memaroon back bit by bit. Here, ain't you looking to get your hands on his trading post? I thought you Keykerns was all cutthroat when it came to business. If you had his plot, you'd have the whole of Upper Lenosha under your thumb, and there ain't nothing like a monopoly to push up prices. No, no, no. Memaroon not want Gigiroon's shop. Memaroon just want to help. Why Gigiroon no ask helpful Memaroon for helpful help? Gigiroon could no face showing Memaroon his face. Good Memaroon suggest good suggestions, but ignorant Gigiroon ignore proposals, and propose Memaroon go away. Gigiroon wrong to wrong Memaroon. Feel bad feelings ever since. Gigiroon no wrong. Gigiroon and Memaroon differ because Gigiroon and Memaroon different. Good Gigiroon stand up for long-standing customers. Good Memaroon like to look for likely place to find new customers. Different ways of working, but both ways can work. Ah, so that's how it is. You were stuck on staying put because you didn't want to leave your old customers in the lurch, eh? But while your brother's new post starts rolling it, picking up all the new custom off the western road, your old faithful let you down. Only takes a few big money deals to go south, and before you know it, you ain't got a pot to piss in. It's a sorry tale to be sure. Memaroon only set up new shop to show Memaroon as good trader Gigiroon. If Gigiroon not there to motivate Memaroon, Memaroon got no motivation. Gigiroon will always be Memaroon's unrivaled rival. You hear that, Gigiroon? Your little brother ain't got half a store setting you. And what better way there to thank him for saving your hide than bringing your business back to its feet? Just remember to get him to pay you in gil next time. Gigiroon got tears and teary eyes. Gigiroon agrees to agreement. Gigiroon deal better deals and get the better of Memaroon. Not as bad enemies, but good rivals. That's what I call a deal. And with both of you back in the other, I reckon there's no way this one will fall through. Go on then, lads, get back to your posts, draw up your plans, and show Lenosha what you've got. I like this guy. He kind of seemed like nothing at first, but he's just kind of like, yeah, good luck, guys. What a random character to be very nice about. Hooray! 3 more quests. 3 more quests. Whilst we are here, is Gigiroon around here? Doesn't appear so, but let's go over to Memaroon's real quick. Really didn't need to pay that money, but whatever. Gigiroon out dealing with dealers every day. Gigiroon talking talk with Memaroon every day too, and smiling smiles just like old time. Aw, that's nice. Also, while we're over here at the Poor Maids, we can check up on, let's talk with everybody here. Yep. Gunner, Boatswain. Gunner, Boatswain. It was the stevedore we were talking to before, I think. We've read all this already, I'm sure of it. There's no reason why we wouldn't have. And where is the captain? I can't remember if she's actually like somebody we can talk to around here. Yes, there she is, Rabid Rattata. Suppose you're wondering why I brought me hounds here. Well, keep wondering, because I ain't telling no meddle adventurer. Great, thanks, Rattata. Ever talk to you? There's a lot of guys in here, isn't there? All right, we'll do the real rounds of checking all of the people we need to talk to, such as the swallows up in Outer Lenosha. We'll do that after we've finished all of the rest of these quests. Actually, let's, I don't think we'd get anything out of Sissipu because she's got, other things to deal with. Oh yeah, that's right. Free code for something Overwatch 2 related? Oh, cool, a game that I don't play. I suppose I could, depending upon what it is, I could give it to somebody else. Thanks, Hunter. I'll check on it in a bit here. I think it's like a copy of Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is free. Whatever. Hang on, I'll look at it here real quick just to see. Not that email. Okay, you sent it to my business account. Don't remember what the. Yeah, sure, that's fine. No, I'm not doing that right now. Okay, what is this? I'm just looking this up. Permanent access to Overwatch 2 Invasion Story in Overwatch coins, Vigilant Sojourn Legendary. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, yeah, so it has some, like, skin unlocks and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put some feelers out and see if there's anybody who wants it. Okay. Better left unfound. The post-Moogle's quizzical brow suggests he has an unusual delivery for you. Ah, Ruja, you've come not a moment too soon. I have a letter addressed to Landinel over in Camp Tranquil that wants for immediate delivery. I hope he isn't inclined to send a reply, though, because there's no return address to be seen. But one task at a time, Kupo. First of all, we, and by that I mean you, must see the letter safely into Landinel's hands. I must warn you, though, rumor has it the good captain of the Sixth Spear has been acting strange of late. Perhaps this letter has something to do with it. At any rate, best not to keep him waiting. Now, off you go, Kupo. We may not know who wrote the message, but so long as there is a recipient, the delivery must be made. Be it joyous news or grave, the good captain will surely want to know of it, Kupo. Alright, well, for Camp Tranquil, I'm just gonna fucking teleport. That's too much work. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Well, if it isn't Ruja, it has been too long. Still gallivanting about on endless adventures, I shouldn't doubt. Ah, what I wouldn't give to be doing the same. But enough about my suppressed desires. What business brings you here? Letter to Landinel. Whether deliberately or not, the sender of this missive failed to mark the envelope with a return address. A letter? Well, what have we here? This cannot be. An invitation from Whisgate to a memorial service for the commander of the Company of Heroes? The commander went missing some 5 years ago, shortly before the calamity. As if in anticipation of his disappearance, he disbanded the company and sent us all on our separate ways. It was all so sudden we knew not what to make of it at the time. Some believe he feared for the lives that would be lost at the hands of primals. Others believe he was convinced the calamity would mean our end, and dismissed us that we might enjoy what little time remained. His final request was that, wherever life should lead us next, we live up to the words of our company creed. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. To that end, I returned here to Gridania and joined the Wood Whalers. I've done my best to honor that promise. But if truth be told, I was never happy at my post. Often did I dream of fighting at my commander's side once more. And so I have decided to resign from the Wood Whalers. Indeed, I have already made my decision known to my superior, but await an official discharge. Once released from my post, I had intended to search for the commander with Whisgate, with whom I had been in contact about my plans. But now this letter arrives with talk of a memorial service. I simply cannot believe it. There was no one stronger, more resourceful. What is more, Whisgate himself agreed to help me find the commander. Why would he do this if he knew the man had died? Whatever the hells is going on, I will get to the bottom of it. I will go to Whisgate and demand an explanation, and depending upon what he says, former comrade or no, I may well spit the bastard on my lance. You'd best be on hand when I talk to him, adventurer, lest I do something I may regret. I shall make my way to Costa del Sol as soon as the matter of my resignation is settled. Pray join me there. I shan't approach Whisgate until you have arrived. Should not be much longer before the matter of my resignation is resolved. I shall join you at Costa del Sol as soon as my business is finished here. Alright, well, here's my prediction. Is everybody ready? Whisgate did not send the letter. That's my prediction. Also, we could talk to Gegaruju while we're here. Let's do that, shall we? I don't think you have... Yeah, you don't have anything to say. Master Bugal Jah's passion for both bathing and dancing is truly unparalleled. I am sure it is but a matter of time before his art finds a receptive audience. I don't believe so, unfortunately. Ah, good to see you, Ruja. Landonel arrived but a moment ago, in a right foul mood. Said he has some business to discuss and insisted on waiting for your arrival. Good. You're finally here. Now we can get down to business. You agreed to help me search with the commander, but then you send me this invitation. What is the meaning of this? Captain Whisgate of the Company of Heroes requests the honor of your presence at the memorial service for... Is this some crude joke? I'm sorry, Landonel, but I've heard no news of the commander, let alone his passing, and I certainly have no plans of holding a service for him. I am as baffled as you are by the letter. I should like to know who penned it. I see. I'm relieved to hear you had no part in this absurdity. A great many mysteries yet remain, to be sure, but so long as we can find the commander, I shan't bestir myself over them. I trust I can rely on your aid still, old friend? With the commander back at the helm, the Company of Heroes shall be reunited once more. And good riddance to my tedious life as a wood whaler. I believe I have an inkling as to the sender's identity and intent. Knowing this, I cannot in good conscience help you in your search. I'm sorry, my friend. What? That is not what we agreed upon. The letter, the memorial service, what do they matter if we know them to be false? You said you'd help me. You can't simply go back on your word, gods damn you. Oh, damn. He always did have a quick temper. I'm sorry to impose, my friend, but could I ask you to try and soothe him? Right now, I'm the last person in the world whom he will listen to. I love that he's just not, he didn't even change his pose at all. He's not sweating it. Whisgate, you bastard! Hells take you and your thrice damned lies! Okay, calm down, buddy boy. I know full well skewering Wastegate won't get me any closer to finding the commander, but...
Look, Landonel, I understand your desire to find the commander. However, I must remind you of your promise to him. You will never live up to your word, chasing after shadows of the past.
My promise does not preclude me from searching for the commander. If you will not help me, I will simply find someone who will.
It's as though he's reverted to his old savage self. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. The commander was as a father to him. Truth be told, Landonel's real father was a criminal, or so the story goes. Sad, really. He was just a child, and yet the townsfolk assumed the worst of him. Bore the sins of his father, you could say. His poor mother reached the end of her tether. At least that's what they said when they found her hanging from the rafters. Landonel was not completely alone, though. He became fast friends with Uwain, now master of the Lancers Guild in Gridania. We know him. They were nigh inseparable back then, but the townsfolk disdain for Landonel did not cease, and he feared their ire would soon turn towards Uwain. Rather than risk the well-being of his dear friend, Landonel abandoned what little remained of his world. Landonel was convinced the world hated him, and he returned the feeling in kind. He'd become a monster. That is, until he met the commander, and was taken in by the company. I dare not think what would have happened had they never crossed paths. It was not an easy feat, to be sure, but the commander helped Landonel set aside the anger that had taken control of his life. It was Landonel's love and respect for the commander that brought him peace, but that selfsame love may cost him everything he has achieved. The man who wrote the letter suspected as much, and used this ruse of a memorial service to bring Landonel to me. But I fear he's not like to understand why that letter was sent to him. I realize you were only entrusted with a simple delivery, but it would mean a lot to me if you could keep an eye on him. If he seems to be losing his way, please give him a gentle reminder of our company motto. Knowing him, he will next go to Wineport. Wherever he was in trouble, he would always seek out Shamani for advice. Godspeed, friend. Make sure he doesn't hurt himself. Or anyone else, for that matter.
Hi, Shamani. I see. So you're the one who delivered the invitation. Hi, Emily. I simply do not understand, Shamani. How could Whiskate put aside our search like that? Doesn't he no longer care for the commander? No longer care? I must disagree. Choosing not to search for the commander and not caring for him are two rather different things. Then what of this so-called memorial service? Whiskate seemed willing enough to help me, but then he read the letter. Whoever sent the accursed thing wants us to give up the search. I suspect your meeting with Whiskate is what the sender had intended. Like as not, your coming here was also anticipated. From everything you've told me, it is clear the man who penned the letter cares a great deal about you, and understands you quite well to know that you would come to us. Who in the seven hells would be worried about the likes of me? Wastegate said he suspected who delivered the missive, but I haven't the faintest idea. It saddens me to hear you say that. We may have gone our separate ways, but in our hearts we are all of us still brothers, and one sister who happens to be a goblin. Now tell me, who of our members cared most for you? Who was always there to offer you a guiding hand? Why, that could only be the commander. Precisely, and it was out of the desire to see you move forward that he sent the letter to you. Contrary to what it seems, the commander is alive and well, and even now he watches over you. That, I believe, was the message he wished to convey. Ah, I tire of these games. If he's still alive as you say, where in the seven hells is he? Remember, the duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That doesn't answer my question! As if I would ever forget our company's words. The commander taught them to me when I first met him. To this day, I remember the moment vividly. We were standing atop the point overlooking... Costa del Sol. If the commander had meant to verify whether I sought out Whiskate after receiving his letter, that is where he would have been. The odds are slim, I'll admit, but it's the best chance I have of finding him. I must make haste. I wasn't quite finished, truth be told, but I suppose it cannot be helped. The commander meant that much to him. From wielding a spear to living an honorable life, Landonell learned all he knows from the commander. Naught gave Landonell greater joy than to meet the commander's expectations, and he went on to distinguish himself among our ranks. After disbanding the company, I believe the commander continued to watch over Landonell, and upon sensing his growing discontent, he decided to take action and sent the letter. The road has been bumpy, but Landonell has finally arrived at the truth. But the final leg of his journey remains, and I should be grateful if you were to accompany him. The point he mentioned rises just south of Costa del Sol. I cannot say whether he finds what he seeks, but I have no doubt he will find what he needs. Like Batman. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, folks. Give me just a sec. Back. Alright, let's go complete this. And move on to one of the last two quests in the post-Moogle saga. In the post-Moogle saga. Excuse me. There's just a spear here? That's weird. Your commander is a spear? Ruja, I might have known you would come as well. Behold, my friend, this spear belongs to the commander. Alas, the man himself is nowhere to be seen. Why? Why does he refuse to meet me? Because you are not ready. And by now you ought to know the reason why. It took me long enough, but I think I'm beginning to understand now. He would always tell us the duty of the strong is to protect the weak. He wanted us to venture out into the realm and live up to those words, each in his own way. Like you, Whiskate, you were a mercenary of unquestionable renown. The world was yours for the taking. Yet you chose to stand as the humble protector of Costa del Sol and all who call her home. Shamani had a hand in revitalizing the Bacchus wine injury. I did that, actually. I did that. And both Udo and Brayflocks have become leaders among their people. We serve the realm better as individuals than a single entity. That is why the commander disbanded our company. Though I never forgot those words, I never understood them. I did not understand them fully until now. Instead of doing my best as a woodwhaler, I had my head in the clouds, dreaming of a return to the glory days of old. We did much good for the realm, and had the time of our lives in the process, but it was past time for us to pass the torch. And the torch, you must agree, has been taken up by a most worthy individual. The realm has no further need of the company of heroes. The commander believes thus, and I agree with his assessment. That is why I chose not to search for him. And neither shall I anymore. As you said, Waistgate, I am not ready or worthy to face the commander. Ah, what a fool I've been all these years. There's much to be done if I'm to make up for lost time. Commander, if you are watching, you need worry about me no longer. I will live up to our words and do you proud. This I swear. Your journeys will take you far and wide, I believe. Should you happen to cross paths with the commander, please see to it that he knows my mind. And you know, maybe it will someday.
several expansions from now. Yay! Alright, let's go check in with Shamani real quick, and then back to Limsa to... Well, we'll talk with Shamani, then back to Waystgate, and then back to Limsa, and then we'll pick up the second to last quest. The most powerful of all quests. Hi. So, Landonel has finally come to understand the commander's wish. That is well. With this realization, he may begin walking his own path and fulfill his true potential. Thank you for standing by him throughout his inner struggle. There he is. Ever a sight for sore eyes, my friend. My thanks again for your patience with Landonel. Your presence was instrumental in helping him to let go of the past. A past, I believe, and now he can focus on forging his own future. I look forward to seeing what he makes of himself in the years to come. Off we go. Oh my god, I'm invisible. Okay, never mind, there I am. Oh, wait, no, this way. Wait. Huh? It ain't there. What's happening? Hold on. Oh my fucking god. Ladies and gentlemen, I have horrible news. We cannot finish the post-Moogle quests today. And do you know why? The last quest we need to do before the final one, Blues on Emerald Avenue, the previous requirements to do that quest is the Rise and Fall of Gentlemen, aka the beginning of the Hildebrand quest line. My life is a fucking sham. I hate everything. Nico, did you know about this? Did you know this was gonna happen? Huh? Did you? Not entirely? Okay. Figured to be patch locked, not quest locked. I will say I was worried about that too, because one of the details about the post-Moogle quests is they were released in batches along with specific
like story chapters, excuse me, or story patches. And the ones that we're currently doing is from patch 2.55, the last patch of A Realm Reborn, and the patch that would lead into Heavensward. We are on patch 2.4 is the next story that we would be doing. So, needless to say, there was a little worry that maybe we wouldn't be able to do some of them, but it's literally just one quest that we can't do. I am furious about this. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I can't talk to anybody about that one. Okay, there's one person that we can chat with in Limsa, or in Lenosha specifically. I would say we could jump to relics real quick, but I figure Chezek won't notice. Well, here's the thing about that. So, we could, certainly, yes, but that technically wouldn't solve the underlying problem, because we would need to do... Because in my path, we have... we finished these, we finished Post-Moogle, and then we do Relic, and all the things that we planned on doing on the Relic stream, which is far more than just Relics. Then MSQ, then Extreme Primals, then Hildebrand, then Allied Beast Tribe, then I think it was final MSQ from there. It figures that all of my fucking plans would be thrown out because of this. Ow. Let's see, where's my fucking list? Yeah, that's it. So, well, actually, no, there's also the finishing of the Relic stream, so that would probably be before the MSQ, I think. And that might even have to be split up into 2 streams, because I think there's still farming that has to be done for the next Relic step, right? In the meantime, I'm gonna head off to, no, fuck it, I'm mad. I'm just teleporting to Wineport. A little, yeah, okay. Remind me what the process for it is. I want to know if it's something that we could conceivably bang out all at once, or if it's something that, like, we'd need to wait to do, maybe, or like that I'd want to do off stream. I could open your document, but I'm, you know, I'm doing stuff. One day at a time. It's the only way we can live, isn't it? Live and try to do better. That's what I like to hear, buddy. Okay, now we are off to, I guess... Let's move on to, Gridania. For the next step, we need to do a bunch of dungeons, which include Snowcloak. After that, we spam Aurum Vale 24 times or so. So... Sorry, just thinking to myself.
Okay, first let's talk with the Black Rabbit Trader lady. Quite a dazzling array of wares, wouldn't you say? Ever since you helped bring an end to the ambushes and lure the homunculi back to Gridania for good, the guild's been flowing like a waterfall. But I didn't get to where I am today by resting on my laurels. Should you hear of any promising business ventures, you know where to find me. Yeah, so what I'll do... So here's what I'm going to be doing, I'll tell you what. When we unlock the next step of the relics, I will... off-stream, do all of the dungeons in a row up to Snowcloak. Then, when Snowcloak is unlocked for the story, which we'll be doing next, I'll do that, and then I will move on to the rest of the dungeons off-stream, and then we can, you know, keep going from there. Okay, yeah, that's the same dialogue. Let's check over by... I don't remember if that one lady from the one good post-Moogle quest is normally parked out here. But if she is, we'll find out. I suppose we could also go out to Bateron's too and talk with him. She is not. Okay. Let's go to South Shroud then, swing by Bateron's, see if there's anything interesting around the Coral Claw place. Then go to... Let's see. Oh, right, we gotta swing by Camp Tranquil to talk to Landonell. We need to go to... Geez. I wish I would have known that these things, That's the Red Belly Hive. Where is the... Is that the Taker's Rot? I think that's where that is, right? That's where the Coral Claws hang out. Yeah, here they are. I don't think there's gonna be anything here, but we'll look around just to be sure. It would be interesting if there were. Nope. Okay. It's probably, honestly, it's probably a good thing that quest is not one where you can just like talk to people for, because that would make me sad. My relic weapon subtitle? Omnilex Novus? Is that what you mean? Come to check on me, have you? Well, you may rest assured I have found new purpose at this humble post, and I have no intentions of abandoning it again. All that I have learned from my commander I shall employ in service to the Wood Whalers and Gridania at large. 'Tis the least I can do to repay him for all he has done for me. Morale among the Sixth Spear has never been higher. After a brief absence, Captain Landonell returned with renewed fervor for his work, the source of which he candidly revealed to us. This only served to reaffirm our faith in him. We are all of us proud to call him our captain. Let's see.
Ruja, what a pleasant surprise. I heard they opened up a tavern at Revenant's Toll, and I was afraid he wouldn't come here anymore. But of course, I needn't have worried. It ain't only the grog that brings people to the Druthers, but the camaraderie, and that is something we've gotten in abundance. Okay, it's not really a new dialogue about the quest, but I guess that makes sense. Then to the Central Shroud. Is there anybody in Central Shroud that we would talk to? I don't think so. Thankfully, there's a lot of the NPCs from a lot of those quests are fate NPCs, so they can't show up again. Which makes things a little easier, thankfully, but, you know, there's still work to do. Actually, out of curiosity. Yeah, okay, never mind. Notice she had the same surname as, Mia, but, I mean, that makes sense, they're clan. Oh, right, no, we have to talk to Marset. That's who we have to talk to over here. And Hobriao. Why, oh, why? No, that's the same. I think that's the same line. So, thanks, Marset, for being crazy. Just to say, to make sure, you said Novus? Yes, Omnilex Novus. The last step we did was light farming. And we did not turn in the light farming. The light farming is done, but, let me check over here really quick to see if the lady is here. No, not. Okay, let's go talk to Mia, and then we'll head back in. Almost had a freak out? Yeah, did you forget that we did that? I remember it was a really short session of farming, too, because we managed to get in like a bonus light time and, like, just got it all knocked out immediately. The white ram hunt the Ixal. We live to spring on the little birds and snap their wee necks. If those whose lives I once spared even think about setting foot in the 12s wood again, they'll answer to meow. Answer to meow. To meow. Ah! I'll kill them, all right. Yeah, I get it. All right, back into Old Gridania. There's two people we gotta talk to. We gotta talk to the scholar dude who hangs out in here. And we also have to talk to Mother Mion. I don't know if she would have anything new, but we'll find out. Yeah, I held off on upgrading, because, yeah. And I mean, that's the reason why, that stream is going to be so, it was originally just going to be just kind of nothing, you know, because it was essentially just us, like, turning it in and unlocking the next one, and then maybe doing, like, I mean, what do we have to, is that where the perfect crafted items come in? I don't remember. Based on the professor's law of aspect conversion, deducing the boundary conditions for aspect change within corrupted crystals is but a matter of finding the coefficients. Oh, I beg your pardon, Ruja, I did not mean to ignore you. Devising this theorem requires all my concentration, and even then I worry about completing it in time for the next symposium. Yes, and the dungeons. Okay, got it. Well, I'll have those out in my inventory and ready to be used by the time that stream rolls around. Hang on, let me check something. Nope, not that. Oh, the training is complete at the Adventurers Squadron. Sick. Well, hang on, let's Okay, well, the rest of the stream today is just going to be running around talking to NPCs and figuring out if I want to actually do anything else on stream today. Because I'm so angry. Great. More junk. Hey, an Optimus Prime helm. That's cool. Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. I'll hold on to that. Sadly, as a Vieira, I do not believe I can wear this, which makes it useless to me. I don't need these fucking things. Get that shit out of here. Airship landing, that's what I want. Nope, okay. Yeah, so I'm guessing in that case, Bateron would also probably not have anything new to say. Nor would Mama Mamodi, or Ms. Mamodi. Let's go to the Gold Saucer, and then to Ul'dah, and then we will move on with our lives. Might return to Limsa, just in case. Because I think there are some people over there that I did not get a chance to talk to. Excuse me. Let's see. In Ul'dah, there is... Who do I have left to talk to? I have to talk to Yayake. I have to talk to... Oh, I have to talk to Hihira over at Little Alamigo. I have to talk to... Oh man, I don't even know. Actually, let me check the Gladiators Guild real quick. Maybe, does Genevieve have anything to say? No. Because I don't think we can talk to Franz the Fair or any of his teammates anywhere. No. Okay, Thaumaturge's Guild it is then. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge's Guild, Ruja. Do not fear, I bear you no ill will for investigating the allegations against me. Rather, I thank you for absolving me of any suspicion of wrongdoing. I am currently collecting the evidence regarding my ability to divine a man's capabilities, the notes I made upon first meeting each initiate, and those made over the course of their careers. Some long, some short. I shall be taking a keen interest in your own progress. Thanks. Let's check with the... I mean, no, I don't think Kokobuki is going to have anything for us, because he has... Thaumaturge dialogue to deal with, so... we're just going to teleport over to Little Alamigo. I shan't lie, Ruja. The going is slow, and I've barely enough to help brew the remedy for all the sick here. Still, wait, no, didn't I actually... I think I did do this, didn't I? I feel like taking a step on the road towards saving the ailing, and if my father can be persuaded to walk up beside me, all the better. I feel like I read that first one at the very least, but I don't remember. Let's see. We do have one person in Aleport, and then... one person in the Drowning Wench that I think we could talk to. And then by then I will have to have decided on whether or not I want to do the next thing or not. I am always glad to see the professor, but preparing something to present at his symposiums takes time. Oh well, no rest for the greatest of the greatest. Let's see. I don't remember which one of these two key smashers it is, but not that one. Nope. Okay. I guess it's neither of them then. Let me just double check Baderon. Yeah, okay. All right. Boy, that really took the fucking wind out of my sails, let me tell you. We've been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes about. Fuck. Nico, what do we actually do to turn in the light step? Let me, just talk to Geralt again, or Thavnir guy? Okay. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just do that right now. Fuck it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that part right now. I'm not gonna start the next step, I'll just do the turn-in for this. Just, you know, because it's something. What the fuck am I? Novus? Is it Novus Enhancement? Which one is it? No, not that one. Enhancement. This one. Oh, I have to not have it equipped, right. No ass enhancement, correct. Alright, here we go. Ah, yes, the telltale humming of power yearning to be set free. I scarcely require a zodiac glass to see that your weapon's soul energy is now fully attuned.
Soul Glaze coating has served its purpose. The time is ripe for it to come off. This will take but a moment. Explore it, explore it, explore it. Oh god. It is done! Your weapon has awakened to its latent potential. Take it up once more, and feel its newfound power course through you. Aw, yeah. And there it is. My even funnier glowing book. Makes it even fucking harder to read. Can't see shit. But I think this is the next quest, right? Boy. Give me just a moment, folks. As I refer to my handy-dandy relic guide created by one Niku Mizu. Nico, that's the one. Where the fuck are we? Sorry, reading. Okay. Reading in my reading stream, how dare, it's true. Okay, so, here's a question for you, Nico, real quick. For the kettle step, which we will be doing, of course, should I try and have the Alexandrite, the 50 Alexandrite for that, prepared ahead of time? Because I can do that. Because it says I need that and then 10 Thavnarian Mists, I believe. Preferably? Okay. That's another thing I need to do off stream then. But I've got more time for that, certainly. What to do, what to do. Because I really would very much like to have
You could read the relic trivia, Geralt Sports. That's true. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. So, initially, everybody, I had a plan to, for the relic stream, because the next step is essentially just us doing this quest and kind of doing like the dialogue and stuff for that ahead of time. That would have been essentially the only thing that we do on the stream. So instead, what we're going to be doing in that stream is not only are we doing the relic stuff, but we're also doing the final quests for all of the beast tribes, as well as unlocking Blue Mage. However, the final quests for all of the beast tribes are fairly long. With that in mind, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do Blue Mage unlock now. And talk a little bit about how I'm going to be handling Blue Mage going forwards. Additionally, because this will just give me something else to do in the off time, you know? So let's head back to Limsa Laminsa. Need to add a couple of things to my to-do list real quick. Let's see. Shit. Having a hard time doing this while I'm also worrying about streaming, so I'll finish that list later. Alright, so we're here to talk to this zealous yellow jacket over here. Out of the blue! A yellow jacket in need is a yellow jacket indeed. You there! Would I be right in guessing you're an adventurer? If so, I have a request to make. We've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage, whatever that's supposed to be. He could be a blue-arsed wharf rat for all I care, but I hear he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently they're meant to give the holder all sorts of mystical powers, which is a load of chocobo shite according to a dozen or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are the genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud, and you will receive fair payment for your assistance. And if they, by some miracle, end up to be doing what he claims, you might pick up a new parlor trick or two. So, are you in? When did I start streaming the B-movie? Whole time, baby. Very good. We've received word he's haranguing passers-by near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there. If only Kent was here to regale us with Blue Mage lore and his anger about the fact that Blue Mage isn't a real job. You got here just in time. It looks like he's about to make his pitch. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Name's Martin, and today I present to you a wonder of the new world. I call it blue magic. Beyond the Indigo Deep live the Wallachui, who have their own unique brand of spellcasting. A group of people who I'm sure will be treated well by 14 in the future, especially considering you can tell that all of these people have very pale skin. Like black and white magic, it draws on ether from our surroundings, but that's where the similarities end, my friends. I'm sure you've all seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's a form of self-defense, see, but it's still magic. The Wallachui discovered how to harness ether in the same way, and wield the forces of nature. But how, I hear you cry? It's simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of the beast. When a creature is driven to attack, you can see into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its ether and make its power your own. Of course, it's not as easy as picking fights with the local wildlife, but my Wallachui mentors taught me well, and now it's my turn to teach you. Behold, the power of blue magic. Damn, shot lasers from his eyes. By the 12, did you see that? I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let me tell you. For the Wallachui, this color holds special meaning, sacred even, and seen as this ain't white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. I suppose you're also wondering what you need to become a blue mage like me. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these, a soul crystal, and don't forget a specially designed outfit to help you look the part. I'll even throw one of these spell books, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you'll need to know about learning blue magic. I got enough for all of you, but you better snap them up before it's too late. Are you not really that dense? Can't you see he's playing you for fools? Drive the beast to attack? More like run headlong into battle with only a silly blue costume for protection. Of course, no one can claim it's fraud when they're at the bottom of some creature's belly. We feast on your flesh, smooth skins. Your gods cannot save you now. All of you, stay back. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? No more! Please spare us! They never stood a chance. Bugger all this swords and shield nonsense. I'm giving blue magic a try. Huh. Man's got a wound tattoo but on the back of his coat. There's something fishy going on here, and the arrival of those Mamul Ja was a little too timely for my liking. Come on, let's see where he goes next. Huh? Looks like he's headed for the Morabi dry docks. Follow me. God damn it. No, stop. Come on. There we go. Also, I think what you're thinking, you're thinking of, Yungera, I think you're thinking of the term tramp stamp. Ow. According to one of the guards, this Martin character has been seen skulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hand over fist from gullible adventurers, this strikes me as more than a little odd. Anyway, he was last spotted making his way to the Salt Strand. Let's go! There he is, having a good time. Just as I suspected. He's up to no good. Why else would he come out to a place like this? Martin, you say you'd be less violent this time, but that was very violent indeed. It all adds to the realism, and you lads did a great job. Your gods cannot save you now. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn nearly shot himself. I think we've seen enough. Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. Fraud! This is all just a big misunderstanding. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. The game's up. And the same goes for you two. I knew you were in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I'm about as convinced by them as I was by your acting. Say what you will about our sales technique, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know I poured my heart and soul into those crystals, hence why they're called soul crystals. And the spellbooks explain how to learn the magic. It ain't my fault if the buyers can't be asked to read them. And if you think about clapping me in irons over the outfits not providing enough protection, I can assure you they were all tailored especially with the needs of a blue mage in mind. I'll admit I had to cut a few corners to keep the cost down, but still. It all boils down to whether the soul crystals are genuine or not. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you try this blue magic of his? Why do I have to do it? Come on, miss, don't be shy. Once you learn your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a tramp stamp. Not the soul crystal, but yeah. Unfortunately, I can't wear the hat because Vieiras aren't a finished race. You made me take my fucking glasses off, bro. Oh yes, very fetching. While you've been getting changed, Latul Jah and Gahil Jah been luring over a nice cooperative baby kraken to teach you water cannon. The bait's been laid, so one should turn up any moment now. Run away! Run away! That's a bit on the big side, lads. Not to worry, all you have to do is give it a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick if you prefer, and I'll tentacled friend and return the favor by firing possibly quite painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. Oh boy. Kill! I did it. Impressive! After that little escapade, you should be able to fire your very own water cannon. By the by, you don't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by the magic you're trying to learn, but that'll probably happen whether you want it to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the ones the beast after, its power should be yours, assuming you can defeat it. You see, this is what most people don't realize about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of bravery to stare these creatures down and look into their souls. It's a shame that not all of my customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me a fraud. You don't think he's telling the truth, do you? Now that's settled, I'll be having my wares back if you don't mind. Did you actually learn any blue magic? Gahilja and Latulja, very sorry about Kraken. We not expect such a large one. Smoothskin courageous indeed. What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, miss, I don't know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal outfit and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof of my innocence. Sound fair to you? Alright, man, I'll take it, fine. Blue mag, unlocked. All right, let's pop open a new gear set real quick. We'll call this one, Siren Synthesis, there we go. There we go. Look at me. I'm a guy. I'm a real boy. Or girl. Alright. Blue leading the blue. Martin's freedom hangs in the balance, and only you can prove his innocence. Well, I suppose you'd better show this yellow jacket that getting smacked about by a mad kraken wasn't a waste of time. Just aim at old Latulja and fire off a water cannon. What? Why do I have to do it at him? If anyone knows how a proper blast feels, it's him. God knows he's been on the receiving end enough times. This only way? I'll be honest with you, this seems all completely impossible. Not that I doubt your abilities, but I don't believe a word of that out of that Martin's mouth, especially all this rubbish about blue magic. If Latul cries, they are tears of joy, not because of immense pain. No, no. Please avoid maiming Latulja too severely. Don't worry about him, he'll probably be fine. Oh, right, I have to, hang on. Blue Mage Spellbook, a new thing to add. Water Cannon, active. Water Cannon, this spell, easily mastered via defeat of a kraken, fires a concentrated burst of water at one's opponent. As the liquid itself is conjured by manipulating ether to condense moisture in the air, the techniques remain effective regardless of whether or not the caster has access to a body of water. I did it. Painful yet refreshing. Refreshing yet painful. See, I was telling the truth, wasn't I? Well, then we'd best be going. It's been a pleasure. Not so fast, you blue-haired twit. I'll admit the spell worked as you said it would, but you can't sell those soul crystals without adequately explaining the risks. It's irresponsible. Some might even call it deliberately neglectful. You're not under arrest, but from this day forth, you are strictly forbidden from peddling any more of your wares. If I've heard you've sold so much as a blue handkerchief, I will hunt you down and throw you behind bars. We did it, everybody. Problem is solved. For your aid in the investigation, you have my thanks. Fare you well. Bye-bye! I don't bloody believe it. Just as I was about to beginning to turn a half-decent profit. Well, well, that was quite a show, darlings. Neither black nor white magic, but something new entirely. Blue magic, yes, it's sure to draw a crowd, as you've amply demonstrated. And who might you be? The name's Royce, and I manage the Colosseum in Ul'dah. It's an arena where daring young souls such as yourself perform feats of bravery for the audience. Unlike the Colosseum, the vast majority... Wait, actually, hang on a sec. The Celestium is what she said. Unlike the Colosseum, the vast majority of the entertainment pits man against beast while the match is being brought to an end before either side suffers any serious injury. While our patrons revel in the thrill of combat, acts of wanton brutality and bloodshed are considered distasteful. Rather than savagery and slaughter, our appeal lies in the personas of our participants assumed to add a touch of drama to the proceedings. However, I'm not one to settle for a mere modicum of success. My goal is to make the Celestium renowned the world over, and to that end I have been searching for something truly unique, and that is when word of this blue magic of yours reached mine ears. Martin, my blue bundle of crowd-pleasing wonderment, how would you like to be the very first contestant in the masked carnival? It would be an event pitting your magic against a host of bestial foes. Listen, this is serious stuff. I didn't go through all the trouble of learning all these spells to entertain a bunch of gawping spectators. Paying spectators, my dear. Some of them are quite wealthy, in fact, and you stand to earn rather a lot of coin. Now you're talking my language. I say, darling, where are you going? I was about to make you the same offer. I hate to burst your bubble, love, but my apprentice here has barely taken the first step on the road to becoming a blue mage. Wouldn't want to meet in a grisly end in the middle of your arena, would we? Once I learn some blue magic, I'll win for sure. Can I use something beside these piss-poor spells? This is like the loser baby answer, which is why it's the Rouge answer. That's the spirit. I'm in no rush, so take as much time as you need with your preparations. Perhaps you could oversee her training between matches? Training? That weren't part of the deal. Oh, I'm not asking you to do it for free, my dear. Quite the contrary. You'll pay me for that too. Consider it done. That's what I like to hear, Martin. Let's get you to Ul'dah for your costume fitting. Come along. I have to wear a costume as well? I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, I guess the Mailmoogles are going to. Sure. Alright, off to Ul'dah. Excuse me. We want to go to Miners Guild. Excuse me. Latulja thought Mailmoogles banned from entering Ul'dah, but guards let us through. Do rich people like Roy's make own rules? Yes, actually. Gahilja not see any other Mailmoogles here. Why is this? Racism. It just occurred to me I never actually asked you whether you want to take part in the masked carnival. Are you willing to endure Martin's training regiment in preparation for the greatest performance of your life? Do you want to become a blue mage and enter the masked carnival? Sure. You've made the right choice, my dear. I have high hopes for you. As for your illustrious mentor, I believe he should be ready to make his grand entrance any moment now. I'll be honest with you, it's a bit more extravagant than what I'm used to. Color's not bad, I suppose.
You look marvelous, my dear. Everyone feast your eyes on the great Azuro.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, nothing, really, but it lends a certain degree of panache to your stage persona. No offense, darling, but the great Martin doesn't have quite the same ring to it. You'll be playing the role of an enigmatic nobleman who has deigned to grace the Celestian with his outlandish magics. Oh, where are my manners? I never asked your name. Hi, I'm Ruja Lorelei. Ruja? We should come up with something a little more inspiring before you step into the arena. Perhaps the Great Gonzales. Ah, yes, I've heard some information concerning you two gentlemen. As you may have heard, Ul'dah has a law that bans members of most beast tribes from entering the city. It was mainly to keep out goblin merchants, you see. I have pored over, well, had someone else pore over, the documents, and it seems there is no mention of MAILMOOGLES whatsoever, meaning you are free to stay as long as you please. With that, I think my work is done here for the time being. Martin, I leave Ruja in your presumably capable hands. Best of luck.
I'll admit, I didn't think this is how things would turn out, but what's life without a few surprises, eh? Looks like I'll be guiding you on the path to becoming a blue mage. I get the impression you know stranger to getting up close and personal with fearsome beasties, but when it comes to mastering the Wallaquee's techniques, you got a long way to go. Gonzales, isn't that a unique monster? Probably, yeah. In Xenoblade?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the creatures themselves will be doing all the teaching, though, and the spellbook will point you in the right direction. Of course, I wouldn't be much of a mentor if I just said, come back when you've got a few more spells under your belt. Seems like you need something specific to aim for. Tell you what, why don't you start by learning Blood Drain? And who knows, might even come in handy. Oh, it nearly slipped my mind. There are a few spells that you can only learn from creatures in the New World. Luckily for you, Gahil Jah's brought with him a fine selection of totems infused with their ethers to save you a trip across the Indigo Deep. No getting your hands dirty fighting off fiends, just absorb the ether and the magic is yours. Naturally, we're not just going to give them to you since you're only just a novice. Wouldn't want you biting off more than you can chew. When you think you're ready, back to Gahil Jah. Gahil Jah is very impressed by Ruja's bravery when Kraken appeared. Now Ruja must impress with skills as Blue Mage if you want these totems. You heard the man. There's a whole world of spells waiting for you, so go and start learning. Complete. All right, everybody. So, well, first of all, let's chat with these folks. Latulga and Gahil Jah know Martin for many years. Guide him around New World we did. Now we assistants. Pay not so good, sometimes dangerous too. But we like Martin anyway. Gahil Jah is sorry, but Ruja not ready for totems. Blue magic discovered by Wallaquee. They live far from here, across Indigo Deep. Wallaquee know many things and see into souls of beasts. When creature attacks, Wallaquee look into eyes and understand how it control ether. This secret of blue magic. Martin learned this from Wallaquee. Now he teach Eorzeans like you. Remember, color blue very important. Wallaquee love blue things. Blue sky, blue sea, blue canyon, even clothes blue. That is why it's called blue magic. Deep like ocean, endless like sky, blue magic is. Not one, not even Wallaquee understand all its mysteries. Martin writes spellbook to help novices like you. It tell you where to learn blue magic. Why some names of creatures missing from book, you say? Like Wallaquee, Martin spend much time in forests, desert, plains, and fight many beasts. This part of training, he says. Strong mage casts strong spells. Ruja must become strong too. Ruja should not complain. This book very rare. Not many copies out there, so try not to lose it. Latulga and Gahil Jah know some blue magic too. We from Buniwa tribe, best spellcasters of all MAILMOOGLES. Rujas make us angry, Ruja be sorry. Haha, Gahil Jah only joking. To be a blue mage, you need to go and discover things for yourself. You'll be doing a fair bit of walking too, so it might be worth investing in a sturdier pair of boots at some point. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so first, this is going to be the end of the stream. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But before I end the stream, I'm going to talk real quick about exactly how blue magic is going to be handled in this series going forwards. So, the main thing to note about blue mages and blue magic specifically is blue mage is what's called a limited job, currently the only of its kind. Limited jobs are, in a word, or in a manner of speaking, a form of side content. You can't queue for them for any dungeons or raids or anything like that. You can only do them in unrestricted party or custom parties, basically. As you can see by the Blue Mage spellbook, there's a lot of spells, 124 of them in fact, many of which we do not have access to because they are for dungeons and raids that we don't have access to yet. But every single one of these spells has a description, which, you know, I have to read, and there is a quest line going up to level 80 now for the Blue Mage. Now, the question is how to handle these things, because blue magic, because you can't level it in a traditional way, you have to do things a little differently. You can only really get experience points from killing monsters, and because you can't do dungeons with them to get experience, that means leveling can tend to be a little slow. Additionally, because this stuff isn't really related to the main story of Final Fantasy XIV, my plan is what I'm going to do is, due to the fact that this is side content, and due to its nature as not a real job, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing the Blue Mage quests and reading the Blue Mage spells in a series of videos that I will be uploading to my YouTube channel, which you can find in the description of, or the about page of the Twitch channel, I think. It should still be there. I hope so. These will be uploaded sporadically, to say the least. I have, like I said, I'm still kind of looking for like recording stuff that I can do to help myself, you know, do all of the editing that I need to do. But when I have that, and when I reach specific points in the Blue Mage questline, I will be continuing it and uploading the progress on the YouTube channel for people to watch. That's why Blue Magic will not be handled in a main stream series. It will instead be handled off stream. I hope you guys understand, because, I mean, for fuck's sake, man, it's a lot of work to do. And I already have so much that I need to do already. So, yeah. Now that I know that I can't finish all the post-Moogle stuff today, I guess that's going to be the end of the stream. Join us next episode, where we will, I guess, be continuing with the regular plan and doing relics. I'll have to confab with Nico and see when he's available for that, but I'll be sure to let people know ahead of time. In the meantime, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh man, it's not working again. Come on. Why isn't it working again? Yeah, it just broke again. Why is that? That's so bizarre. Whatever. Anyway, just when I thought I had fucking fixed it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Yeah, hopefully you guys understand my Blue Mage reasoning, but yeah, I will talk to you guys next time.